like the home sweet home stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like wood. Good job. And your guys' home is pretty sweet.
You know, it's a dual effort. Like, yeah, if it was up to me, like,
oh yeah,
it would all look like similar.
Texas?
Yeah, more Texas stuff. I wouldn't say super like collegey or fratty, but definitely not like this. You can come in here and relax feel.
Oh, for sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was looking at your furniture because, you know, if we're moving, I need some inspo.
Are y'all moving?
Yeah. Just a 2-bed.
Nice.
Like a bigger place. Yeah.
Well, you're getting adding an addition.
Yeah.
You guys are like adding a whole
the
nother person.
extra room is for the dogs.
Yeah. So let me introduce you. This is Andrea Patterson. She is been in the tech world, I don't even know, forever. When I met her, she was in the tech world doing awesome stuff. Always walked in like looked like that woman knows what she's doing. Okay. Then I met her like, oh, she's really nice and really smart. So that was nice. So either it's a show or it's real. We'll find out either way. But hey, thank you so much. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for inviting me. This is cool. I've never done anything like this before.
Well, most people have it and they're like, what is it about? It's like, I don't know. Talk about like what would you talk about in general? Like I think someone asked me, what are these about? And I said, it's more of what are you about? Like, you know, and I hate to say like if you're interesting, but it's more of the idea of like, you have a cool story. And I know, for example, one, you're all tatted up, which is very noticeable because it looks awesome. Yeah. And I think more women do that now, right? I have more tattoos.
So, yeah. I mean, there's never enough tattoos, right?
When did you get your first tattoo?
Oh, when I was like 18. Of course, there's the tramp stamp.
Nice.
I mean, that's like a rite of passage, you know, when you turn 18 and you can go without your mom.
Wait, so was this like with you and friends? Was it just you?
It was senior skip day. Did you guys have those in high school?
Yeah, we did. I think I went to like the movies or something really lame.
So edgy.
Yeah, it was kind of lame. We went to, So how you all went to like the
we
local
went to
shop?
Like some rinky-dink little town tattoo shop, got our belly buttons pierced, got our tattoos. Yeah. But we also played, you know, high school sports. So our coaches, who were also our art teacher and English teacher, didn't approve because, you know, that our uniform couldn't fit over the tattoo. So.
What season of sport was this? Like,
it was probably volleyball. Okay,
so for people to know, you're very you're taller. Taller. I don't know what the average woman height is, but
I feel like it's 4'2" because that's how I feel.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". Okay, yeah.
And all my friends are like tit height. Can I say tit?
You can say that. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's okay. I'm drinking a beer, so it's all right. I'd offer you one, but obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's non-alcoholic.
No.
It has a placebo effect, believe it or not. Yeah. I've gotten into like the 0%ers, you know, the 0%
like
alcohol.
The Heineken one? That looks refreshing.
There's an O'Doul's that's like always on the market, you know, but yeah, Heineken's kind of
I've had O'Doul's. I tried this once to be like, let me try and go be sober one night, and I was miserable.
Right.
And I bought, because I paid for O'Doul's. I paid for it. Like, why would I pay for that?
Was this out or did you buy it with
friends?
Pack?
No, it was out. No, I went out with friends. I was like, no, I'm going to try and be good tonight. I was like really trying.
Did you feel like a placebo effect?
No.
Like,
not at all.
Really? Are there hops in it?
There's a little bit of alcohol, and no, I didn't really feel a placebo. I mean, the vibe was kind of cool. The music was loud. It was like this loud bar club. I think we were watching like a basketball game or something. But I definitely didn't notice. So wait. Anyway, let's go back. Hold on. Okay. You said a lot that was very interesting. One was the tattoos, the fact that you played sports.
Oh yeah.
The fact that like you obviously went to a smaller school. Like I went to a smaller high school.
What's small? What do you consider small?
So my graduating class was 115.
Okay.
All guys school. 17 people.
It was an all guys school?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was kind of cool. You know, it was like,
yeah.
I don't know, when it's all guys, it's so much more relaxed.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely can, there's a level of being able to be yourself or like more of a guy's guy or whatever.
No distractions. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I was a band nerd anyway, so it was
you don't have to worry about like offending people.
No, definitely not. Okay. I think I wore the same pair of like slacks my entire every day my senior year.
I mean, same, but.
Yeah. So 17 people. So is that because...
So there were 64 in the high school total.
Okay, where'd you go to high school?
So the town is called Allen, Nebraska.
Allen.
It's like Allen, Texas.
Okay, yeah.
But northeast Nebraska.
Okay.
Close to like Sioux City, South Sioux City, Iowa.
So I know, and you know, I've never been to Nebraska. I've been to Kansas. I've been to Missouri.
Iowa?
No, I don't think I've been there.
Dakota?
But I guess, are you so far north that... No, I understand where it's at in terms of geography, but are you so far north where we're talking like the open plains that the winters are, you know, the buffaloes used to roam kind of area?
That's how
or
I
you...
felt.
Okay.
But, you know, you get to those small towns and there's nothing around but cornfields. So it does feel like the open plains.
So is that all your family's been from there forever?
Yes, and they're still there. That's where I vacation. Okay.
Yeah, you went there, I think you said over Labor Day, right?
Yeah. I was just there. They threw me a baby shower. It was really great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Like, that's amazing. So they all
sweet.
are still there.
They're all still there.
Are they all as tall? You know, Nebraska?
Yes. We're all corn fed. We're all Scandinavians.
Dude, yeah, okay. So that's what, excuse me, a Scandinavian, like taller.
Norwegian, Vikings, you know, because they're like Minnesota area. You should hear my mom talk because it's the quintessential, you know.
That's awesome. So, like, do you know about your history? Like, why they, like, I mean, because if y'all been there for a while, right?
Yeah. And I mean, a little bit. It's, like I said, very Scandinavian. But I did that, like, 23andMe thing, you know?
Yeah, you give the government your DNA. Done that? Yeah.
Where you have to, like, spit into
not
a
by choice.
beaker.
Not by choice.
Yes.
Someone bought it as a birthday gift.
Oh, nice. Because they're kind of expensive. So good.
Oh, yeah. And it was, the thought was awesome. I was really like, do I really want to give, like, just openly give some company my DNA?
Right.
Like, as someone who works in tech, look,
and now cybersecurity.
Yeah.
I'm like, take my DNA.
Yeah. It's like, we were so worried about our credit cards and passwords. Like, here's my DNA. It just seemed not like a good idea.
Yeah.
But when they sent me this thing, I was like,
yeah. It's an obligation now.
Yeah, because they're excited.
Because they're like, what are your results?
Exactly.
You have to get them or you have to make something up.
So when you did it, it told you what?
That something I already knew.
You're
it was
from
a lot
Scandinavia.
of German. It was like in 90% German. My last name is Liebsch. So it's Liebchen is like the root. But
wow,
it was pretty obvious. I was like, well, this is kind of waste. And then when you get on those mailing lists, right, when they send you one, they're like, well, now buy more.
Or the studies.
The studies. Honey, they do like studies in Tampa though.
What are these studies? Like, what are they like? What are they studying with my DNA?
Studies,
What does that mean?
It's like group surveys. Like everybody piles into a room. I mean, there's like select people because you have to like apply for it and then be some kind of criteria. You know, if it's like women between certain ages or only women or only men or a smoker or not. You know.
Okay,
like,
so it's just data. They're looking for data. Like
yes.
I'm a data set, and they're like,
but you get paid for it.
But not with my DNA.
Right. No.
But they keep asking. I'm like, stop.
Right.
Like, no, do not use it. And
right.
They literally sent me emails asking to use my DNA. I was like, for
what?
For studies. I'm like, for what? It helps like geneticists and diseases. Like, no, like.
You don't know me.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't even know where that's at. Like, I couldn't even tell you where my DNA is at.
Is it in Bulgaria right now?
Look, if it's anything like some of the some of the companies I work for, technology can be a messy place. Like, whether you're large or small, it's just sometimes it's a lot. So storing all that data,
yeah, it can get lost in the shuffle.
Well, I was worried about my passwords. Now I'm really worried about like my DNA just everywhere. Yes, I mean, I know. Just not gonna get framed for something. It's a whole thing.
I know, right?
Okay, so wait, you were born and raised in Northeast Nebraska.
Yeah.
What were the winters like?
Oh man, it's just as bad as the summers. If you can believe it or not, like Nebraska gets hotter than Florida. It's miserable. They go through heat indexes. There's heat advisories. So you got to like choose your days, choose the times when you want to go outside, folks, because it gets super hot.
Like worse than here?
Oh, yeah. And it's a different kind of heat, but.
Oh, so is it dry?
I know. No, not really. I mean, it can be really humid too and so miserable.
I mean, if all around you is like green grass or AKA corn, like vegetation.
Right.
Like that's all it is.
Right.
They got to be spitting up some water. You got to be watering those things. So it makes sense to be like, it's a little steamy at minimum, but dude, that's a crazy part of the country. Mm-hmm. I haven't read any books on it. I do want to, but I watched some, it was what's a documentarian that like Ken Burns. He does a documentary about like the West. Really He's just a documentarian. And he does like just really unique and really detailed documentaries. Like we're talking like an hour and a half, like 3.5 episodes.
What's it about? Like
he'll do one on the Civil War, and I think there's probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 episodes, and each episode is like 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Jeez.
And it's just pictures.
Oh.
Because it's so old, but there's these individuals who tell deep stories of, they gather letters. I mean, it almost, they used to probably play it in high school and you'd fall asleep. Yeah. But anyway, I watched one that was really great about the West, and it talked about the open plains and how it was like, you can't live here.
No.
This is insane.
No. Dust Bowl. Like that stuff still kind of happens, especially when it's drought season. I mean, we have droughts here, in Florida. And when it's there, it's like they use that land to feed America and feed their families. So there's nothing like, settled. You know, there's nothing like, there's no growth holding it down. So
now is that like, oh, I know like the Dust Bowl, they say it was like man-made, and then
for sure.
I think I forgot the guy who was like he was like named after he's a building named after him at Texas A&M, but he was like an agricultural guy who like went and helped and fixed it, like tried to somehow make it better. But whatever his name, yeah. Anyway, the point is, it was man-made. Man came and tried to fix it. Like, is it like still maintained now? Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, well, that's a whole other thing. Okay. Aliens freak me out.
Love that movie.
Not really freak me out because
like it makes me think.
Yeah, well, there weren't aliens. It was just us from the future.
Right. It's all quantum.
Yeah, dude.
That was wild.
The way I see, like, I'm not talking about aliens, but the way I see, like, the way we're living now, like the moment in time, it must have been the same feeling of people who, like, in the not even the 20s, like when you first saw technology in the 30s and 40s, every time you saw something, you're like, oh my God, this is the best time, right?
Right.
So just imagine in like 200 years, like what they're gonna look at us like that was crazy.
Well, you know, like, Japan's like releasing the first flying car. Did you see that?
But not even that. They're like used to drive around these cars that burn this fuel and breathe that in, and you wonder like, how do we cure cancer? Well, like, right. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that's the only reason. I mean, but my point is like, they might think that in 300 years, like that was insane. So it makes sense that if we keep going, maybe it is us. And they're just
smarter. On Mars in 9 months or something like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully that'd be cool.
Would you ever go to space? Because you know that's on some people's like bucket lists to go to space. I would, especially after seeing Interstellar or Gravity with Sandra Bullock.
It would be a little overwhelming, I think. That's
like, do you come back?
Well, no, if it's like I mean, actually, like, let's say I went with NASA or one of those new SpaceX rockets, like an actual astronaut. I went up. I think just the fact of like what is up, what is down. You know what I mean? Like flying's okay with me now, even though I'm not a huge fan of flying. The idea that I would just be in this place, it's like there is no up down. Oh, and by the way, like you're stuck in this little cubicle, and if you go outside, you're gonna blow up. Or whatever happens. I mean, I don't know what happens.
It's like
either way, it's gone. Yeah.
Combust,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're gonna suck yourself into a little black hole. Yeah. It's just your body. And boom. Yeah. I think that thought would freak me out a little bit.
I mean, to prepare for that, it's just people are like, oh yeah, I mean, if Elon Musk is sending people into space, I'm definitely going to space. Or
like Mars. Vacation? Would you do like one of those little like?
Right, they're sending up. Let's get.
You can pay. I think there's places you can do it.
No, I would never. I've seen way too many movies.
But if our president or NASA's current strategy is to like be back, have a base on Mars or the moon or whatever it is. I mean, it might be long. We're just like, hey, I'm gonna be in the moon this weekend.
The better op.
I'll be back in. Yeah, it might be right.
I'll be back in a couple months.
Especially if you're in Nebraska, the seasons are miserable. Now it's got to be a pretty time of year in Nebraska.
Oh, like fall. You don't want to be anywhere else but Nebraska. Though I haven't been to the Northeast, like the New England states, which I hear is unbelievable.
I mean, you hear it's unbelievable because there's like everyone lives there.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, there's a lot of beautiful places. Like no one lives in Yellowstone, or maybe people do.
Right.
But everyone knows it's amazing. It's a lot of people. But I think there's something awesome about a place where, one, there's people who are like, yeah, there's only 70 of us. And you know what? You shouldn't live out here.
Right.
And you know what we do? We grow all your food out this place that we can't even live. It all grows. It's good.
Right.
Like that's kind of amazing. So if for fall, like what is the fall weather? Is everything surrounded by like the corn spread, like or the corn season kind of thing?
Yeah, because it's harvest time. So
the harvest.
Yeah, the big harvest.
So what time of year is that?
It's probably like late August, September. I think October it gets too late, and I don't know if like fall is so amazing in Nebraska just because it's like finally a relief from the hottest summer, and then before you get into like the most miserable 20 below winds, cold winter, the snow isn't as much anymore. I mean, not that I've noticed recently, but maybe it's just because it's like that in between time where you can be like, it's like the freshest air,
you walk out, you can breathe like,
it's really, and then of course, I mean, it's all about the people and experiences, right? Because my family's there, and you have pumpkin patches, and
so I mean, I assume because your family's there. I mean, if it's a small town, was your family like? I mean, did you go to your cousin's place regularly? Or was it just like down the street
and
kind of thing?
That's how you grew up, you like go to your.
No, is that what you did?
Grandma's? No, I mean not now. Now it's my sister's is the gathering place, because.
But I'm saying growing up, is that what you did? Or
well, it was my grandma's. You know? And like everybody's in South Dakota. So we were the only ones in Nebraska. Like my mom moved to Nebraska, but we would always go to South Dakota. It was like maybe 45 an hour away from where we lived. So every holiday and everything was at my grandma's. And, you know, once that's taken away, or like once you grow up with that, you're like, no, we definitely need a centralized place for holidays and gatherings. But we have a cool family because.
So is that where you go now for holidays in South Dakota?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Is it, I mean,
and summer and fall. Like,
can you tell the difference between like Nebraska and that part of South Dakota?
No.
Okay. It's the same.
No, yeah, it's all the same. I think like when you get into northern South Dakota, I mean, we're like
northern South Dakota. Sorry, I had to like
southern North Dakota.
Northern South Dakota. Gotcha.
You know, like where the Black Hills are. Have you ever been to the Black Hills?
Dude, no, but that's why I want to go.
I know. I've never been, and I grew up there. Basically,
how far of a drive is that?
It was like 8 hours, maybe.
Never okay, so been. It's a big state.
It's a big state. Okay. Yeah, big square.
It's like Texas numbers. Like you want to get out of Texas from San Antonio. Either way you go, it's going to be at least 8 hours.
Yes. But you measure everything in time, not miles.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that? Yeah.
Yeah. We blow your brains out. I'm sorry. How many miles now?
Yeah. Yeah. How many hours?
Yeah. 8 hours. Yeah. That's less than 10. Yeah. I can do that. That's less than 9. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. 10. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. You know, no, I
might
get
take
that.
2 drivers, but you know. Yes.
Dude, yeah. Okay. So you grew up there, like you ate, everything was cornbread, eggs.
Listen,
like,
people are like, we're going to have corn on the cob here, you know, like when they're making, like when you have people over or they're making meals, they're like, we're having corn on the cob, corn on the. I was like, honey, those were entrees for us. That was the main course.
So what did you eat? Like, what was it really all corn?
Honey, it was like corn and potatoes. Okay. We were like seriously heavily fed.
That's awesome. Dude, that's a lot of protein and starch.
Oh, like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, corn has like almost no nutritional value, but you can eat a lot of it and get filled up. It really doesn't.
I like corn on the cob.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
used
really
to.
good.
Yeah.
But, you know, once you grow up on it, it's like sweet corn. It's sweet corn season. It's like, okay, it's still good, but I'm not going to get amped about it.
How do you get a sweet? Are you doing something with the corn?
Yeah, it's a different like breed, a different.
So you're growing, like you're pulling harvest multiple times a year.
No, it's still the one you just plant specific breeds or specific types, you know, at the same time, because you can
plant I gotcha.
The regular yellow corn, sweet corn. Sweet corn, I think, has like more white kernels in it.
So how did you not end up
doing that?
Yeah, you know everything about corn.
Listen, and Nebraska is so I don't want to say like. Well, they're kind of like nationalistic, you know, they're like proud of their heritage, proud of what they do. So when you're growing up in Nebraska, and it was unfortunate because when I moved to Florida, a lot of people didn't know where Nebraska was, right? Unless you're like from
the that's US. Sad because I feel like a lot of Americans can point out another state, which I actually always prided myself.
I know, right?
I'm pretty good with geography, but you should, Anyway, yes. I think they should know.
50 states at least know those.
Yeah, it's not that many. You
don't have to learn Europe if you don't want to, but
yeah, you don't have to know all the other countries, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but when you grow up there, it's like a lot about farming and agriculture and agritourism, even like going to college out there, you know, because
what's agritourism?
It's like so it's when you travel to go do something agricultural, like maybe you go work on a farm for a day, or maybe you go
like
work
a
on
winery.
A ranch. No, it's not a lot of luxury, but you go to do the thing, like to do the industry, like people like will take you on like a combine or something, you know, or out in the fields. They'll tell you about seeds.
That sounds really dangerous.
I know.
That sounds extremely dangerous.
Come drive.
No, that sounds. I didn't know this.
Yeah, agritourism. It's like people will travel to experience that lifestyle, like that.
Well, can't you make lifestyle. Like corn vodka or corn alcohol?
That's what like.
Because that sounds like you can go to like
Everclear is made of.
Oh, okay, that's a little intense.
I think that's what Everclear is in.
I made that mistake once in my young days.
What's corn? Isn't it gin?
I think it is. Corn, I think it actually is Everclear.
Yeah, that for sure. But I thought there was like a more mainstream corn based
vodka. No,
is that rice based? We're never gonna get this, but yeah, Everclear. I know.
So if you carry the two, I'm going to say.
Yes. I mean,
I'm over here drinking like a Coors Light. We're trying like, what is the, I think it might be something hard, but I would totally go see like how they made alcohol from corn. That'd be interesting.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if I'd make a whole like family like cross country trip for it.
Right. Or maybe if you were already taking a cross country trip, you stop.
Yeah, and I think that's a big deal now. People are definitely,
it's a huge
with COVID
deal.
especially going on, people are like definitely traveling like a mofo.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Like locally. We went to St. Augustine a few weeks ago.
Nice.
Like, we're safe. We do the masks when we're out in public. We don't go out to eat that often. But if we do, like, we're either outside or
exactly.
Well, I think the one place we did eat inside, we were like the only people on that side of the restaurant.
Help me understand how it helps, like, with the mask to your table and then you can take it off. I don't know. Maybe it's because you're
I guess you're not passing by. It's like, I know it's dangerous, but I also understand, like, so is driving. So is everything. And while we understand this is kind of new, I think it's a fear, which makes total sense. I mean, we can't just stop.
Yeah.
What I mean? So
and we could go on and on about this topic.
Yeah.
But.
Well, no. So I mean, obviously corn is awesome, but how did you get from corn to Florida? I mean, that's a big jump, particularly if your whole family,
especially if you're Midwest, right?
Yeah. Well, and also it sounds like, your whole family's there.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like you're going to Chicago, which is a big city, but
still relatively close, right? It's
you made a huge jump.
So my sister was here in Florida. She actually, and I kick myself for this because I worked at American Express business travel, and a new class, started with me. Like, we were all these new people, new travel agents, and there was this guy in the class that I introduced my sister to, who went to FSU. He hated Nebraska, but he was like an army kid. His dad was stationed at MacDill. Nope. Offutt. That's what's in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, wow.
That's where Bush was supposed to have gone during 9/11.
Oh, that's where he went under the bunker.
9/11 on our.
Yeah. I was yesterday.
Horizon. Yeah.
Damn, it's intense.
Never forget.
Yeah.
But
where were you at, or how old were you?
I was in civics class or government in high school, because they always talk about, like, everybody remembers the day.
I was in English class. And then, like, they announced it over the PA. Yeah, they announced it over the no. So English class, the principal announced it over the PA, and it was like 8. I don't know what time it was, but I guess the first two had hit, and then we get to, like, second period Spanish class, and I remember the teacher, like, screaming. She's the teacher who's, like, from Mexico, like, but she's been in Texas forever. But, like, she has a huge accent, just, like, screaming, like, losing her mind, like, this is the end of the world. I'm like, oh my God, it's. I'm like a sophomore. It's like 9:15 in the morning.
Yes.
I'm like,
There's so much going on.
I'm like, whoa. Yeah. The rule is when you walk in here, you speak in Spanish, and you're not speaking Spanish. Yeah. That was my first thought.
Breaking your own rule.
Yeah, that's when I knew something had gone terribly wrong.
Terribly wrong. Yes.
So you're in civics class?
Yeah.
Please tell me you're with, like, an ex-civics class. Got to be like an ex-Marine or like military guy.
No, man, those small schools, the same guy teaches government. He teaches civics. He teaches studies, like social studies. No. But it's great because, those small schools, you grow up with those people. I moved when we were, like, in 5th grade, like the second half of 5th grade, to this really small town. And then from 5th to senior, I was with the same people. So
what's the small town?
In Allen.
Okay.
We were originally in South Sioux, which is probably like 26,000 at this point.
And how much was Allen?
Allen's 316
people.
Yeah. Total.
That's awesome. Did you have a store there?
Yeah, but then it closed.
So that was it.
A cash store.
And that was it.
And they had, bars in Nebraska are called, like, village inns. They're not restaurants.
So it's both?
Yeah.
So, like, is it everything, like a one-stop shop kind of thing?
It had, like, a little convenience store, but it wasn't like, you could order food. That's where we went a lot before games, like volleyball games or basketball games, to get, like, smiley fries or.
Dude, that's kind of awesome, actually.
No, it's like the simple things. You take a Mainer on Fridays, which is just up and back Main Street.
Oh,
and then you keep doing it to see who's out, see who else is taking a Mainer.
So, like, did you, like, have, like, parties and cornfield parties?
I didn't party that much in school. I was kind of a boring child, but I think they would go out. Like, the one rebel thing that I remember doing was one Halloween, they would put huge pumpkins on top of this train trestle that was like the entrance to the town,
Okay.
You, like, drove under it. Yes. And they would put these huge pumpkins on top of this train trestle as, like, the reason for the season. And then they would put, like, candles in them,
It's so another saying
burning pumpkins And one year we went up there and like kicked it onto the highway.
Did you hit anybody?
No.
I mean, no one goes. There's what? How many people?
I mean, yeah,
67 people.
It was 316.
I mean, yeah,
64 in the high school. So
and if this is what after 9:30, they know.
Oh yeah, no, and the town's shut down after a certain time.
Did you have like a football team?
8-man.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did anyone like actually go on and play real football?
No.
Were you like the biggest person in your school?
I was one of the tallest, but a couple people, like the boys, caught up to me when we got into high school. You know, they became taller.
So when did you decide to come to Florida? Your sister was here.
Yeah, I introduced her and this guy, and he was like, "Well, I hate Nebraska. Let's, and I love Florida." Or I went to FSU. I loved my experience there. So they moved to Tampa. She moved to Tampa. She's like, "You should move. You should come." And then I got here, and a month later, she's like, "I'm gonna go home."
What?
Because they broke up. And she wanted a family, and she wanted to raise her family around our family. I was like, cool.
Wow.
Okay.
How long did it take her to convince you to come out there?
A couple months, because it was really nice. American Express actually had an office in Tampa, so it was a super easy transition.
Okay, cool. Okay,
yeah.
so you at least came like fiscally in a decent position.
Yeah.
And while I can imagine that the cost of living is higher in Tampa than it was in Nebraska, it's still, even now, it's still pretty low compared to a lot of other cities that have this many, that has this many people.
Right.
It's getting higher though, which is cool.
I know.
Yeah, but it's still really low.
Looking at apartments, you definitely see that. And I don't know if it's because coronavirus or what. Like they say it's like a buyer's market or something, but.
Well, I know like people are leaving like major cities like New York City. My brother-in-law, he lives in Manhattan, and
that's what I heard.
Yeah, he says a lot. His building, I don't know how much of his building is empty, but there are rooms that are apartments that are empty, and like he said, crime has like gotten bad in the city. He lives like in Midtown, like in Chelsea, I think Chelsea. So a nice, I think a nice area, like right next to like Times Square, like a couple blocks. Yeah. And he says like the homeless people are really intense. Like there's way more crime. He's just like. Yeah, and there's like less cops. He says just less cops. That's the one thing I will say about like New York, particularly Manhattan. There are cops everywhere, just standing around, like every few blocks, just for whatever reason. Waiting for something.
Yep.
Yeah, and again, he's near like Times Square, so maybe it's more intense there. But even he's noticing. So
I mean, I can't imagine, especially with everything in the news, and in cities around the country, that those riots that are going on, I mean, I've heard Chicago is like one of the scariest places to be.
Dude, that sucks. I feel bad for Chicago. I feel like Chicago, for whatever reason, it's always had like a terrible
That's what I heard too. And I always thought it was like this wholesome Midwest city, that you could go and still be like big city and urban.
I love Midwest people. I've always they're just, being from Texas, I enjoy people who are kind. You can move that out of the way, by the way. I don't know.
Okay.
My bad. I'm like, okay. I was like, hey, you're not going to drink.
I wish I could.
That's what I've like always, whenever I met someone from the Midwest, whether it's like St. Louis or Nebraska, or even like my wife who's from Ohio, she's from Cincinnati, was born in Cincinnati.
Yes.
Like, I just always like kind of like, they're nice people. They're interesting people.
Genuine.
Yeah, genuine, honest.
And simple and honest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you came here, she left a month later, were you living with her at the time?
Yes, I moved in with her and her boyfriend, and they were in a 1-bedroom. And I was like on the couch for like 9 months because I was like, well, I don't know how much sense it makes to get my own place and start paying, when.
Wait, you're on their couch for 9 months, and then she moved a month later?
No, so I moved down. She moved a month later, but they were in a 1-bedroom. So like I wasn't going to move in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you just stayed there. And
I just stayed, yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I don't even know if it was 9 months. That's probably dramatic, but.
It was long enough to be like, it was
long enough to be on a couch, yeah.
To be like, yo, I spent part of my life here, the first part on a couch.
On a couch, yeah. And I think I did that because the lease ending was like coming up so soon.
And also like, if you have, someone's going to take over her side of the rent, I assume.
Right,
and you like didn't want her to get in trouble.
Exactly. And I mean, then
did she like purposely be like, yo, come down here? Thinking like, oh, can't wait to see you, sis. Hung up like, I cannot wait to break up with this fucking guy. Like, this is going to be, I mean.
Yes. I don't know if that was her intention.
No, maybe not on purpose, but.
She was actually driving out of town and then turned around. She's like, I don't know if I'm making the right decision. She came back.
Is she happy now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So 9 months-ish.
Yeah.
We'll say 6 to 9 on the couch. We don't know. Maybe 5 to 9.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So you did that, and then you're working at American Express, helping people travel, which I assumed
business travel.
Probably job doesn't exist anymore.
And actually, I heard a lot of people are getting laid off. Yeah, it's really sad.
It's one of the other industries that are just. So you did that,
mm-hmm.
and then when did you finally say, you know what, my back hurts? I'm moving off the couch.
Okay. I think it was like obviously a couple months after that. So whenever the lease ended, then we got a 2-bedroom. And it just made like, I didn't know anybody really and he didn't know anybody. So we just got a 2-bedroom together.
Nice.
You know, it was like completely platonic. And then, yeah.
Dude, first of all, like you come from a town of, what again, 67 people? No, 367 people.
Yes.
Your high school is 67 people.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, anyway, coming from that, like I assume your mindset's a little bit different. Right?
Yeah.
And he obviously lived in Nebraska. He was a military guy. Even though your sister and him weren't like dating anymore, you're
right.
like, she's like, he's not a fucking lunatic.
Right.
And
right,
you're like, it's
exactly.
comfortable. And in fact, if anything, you're like, it's more comfortable.
Yes.
Right? Like
he kept
living with
himself.
a man.
Yeah. It was like the perfect roommate situation that anybody wants, you know.
And so how did you jump from there to like was that on purpose? Was it by accident?
Great question. And I'm sure, I don't know if you've worked in like other positions in hospitality, but it doesn't really pay that much, you know.
Like what? Like
so as a travel agent, there's
not like pay. I mean, like what positions are you talking? Like, did you work at hotels? Or just like, okay.
I was at a casino actually.
Oh shit!
After
were you like a blackjack dealer? Right? Oh my god!
No, and I actually tried to get on at the Hard Rock because I had like a V. I was not a blackjack. I don't think I'm coordinated enough for that, even though I think they have machines for you, you know. And don't you go to blackjack school or dealer school? That's what they call it.
It's pretty intense. I've heard.
Yes.
I heard it's legitimately like. It's school. It's like 3 months. I remember when I lived in Cleveland. So I lived in Cleveland, Ohio. I was bartending there for a while. And they were opening up a brand new casino. I worked at this bar and there was a casino right next door. And like one of the waiters was like, couldn't wait. He'd just quit. He's like, yeah, man, I'm fucking going to be a blackjack dealer. I think he was in that shit for like 6 months. I mean,
in a school?
In this blackjack, they paid for it. Yeah, he got paid. But I'm telling you, man, he would show up like he was dating a girl there at the time. So he'd show up to the bar and he looked like a fucking clown with that outfit. You know, he had the
paisley vest or
what's
whatever.
That thing that goes around their waist? The cummerbund. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, how's prom?
Couldn't
loser?
have taken that.
No, I mean, I didn't say that, but
couldn't have disrobed that part.
Look, I'm not saying that, but it was just
right.
That just seems like an interesting choice. I mean, so you didn't want to be a blackjack dealer. I was not a
blackjack dealer. No, I wasn't even like a cocktail waitress. They you know, like high rollers, they have their own lounge in a casino. That's where I worked. I worked as like a VIP coordinator. So I was making sure this table is not gonna fall. I'm not putting.
So this is the first podcast back here in like, I don't know, like since the first 2. Just because I went to San Antonio and then, I did a Zoom one, which was miserable.
Yeah. Do you Zoom on a daily basis in your job?
Yes.
I don't know how.
But we also use Teams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Slack guy. I really do enjoy Slack. Yes. Maybe it's because like startup. Yeah.
GChat. Yeah.
No, God. Well, no. Yeah, I do use GChat for a couple of things. Yeah.
Teams is Microsoft's version of.
Yeah, they're getting sued by Slack.
Teams is?
Yeah, dude.
Really? Like, why?
So
everybody literally has their own platform for that.
But Slack was the first one, and the problem is that what I read in the article I read, and this could be bullshit, but what I remember reading,
I believed it.
Yeah. Well, no, I know they were getting sued by Microsoft was suing Slack. Slack was suing Microsoft, and the thing was that people who work at Microsoft, like Microsoft now, for like a business model, requires you to install Teams. You have to have whether you you have to.
Yeah.
And so for a lot of companies, you know, I know for a fact a lot of companies are switching, like they use Skype, they're switching because they're going to Teams. So they're pushing Teams, which is a direct competitor. And I believe at some point in time they were in conversation to integrate together, Slack and Microsoft. Like they were in very close conversations. Like we're gonna bring Slack on as a partner. Like you're gonna be, and then they're like, no, we just built our own.
Okay, just kidding.
Yeah. We got our own. It's kind of that's a. Sounds like a Jeff Bezos model, like an Amazon. Hey, we'll sell it here.
Yeah,
you're the top sellers. Yeah. We're gonna sell it around me. So, that's why. So, what the hell were we talking about before? You moved to the high rollers.
Yes,
I don't know how we got off of that, but yeah. Oh, I was talking about Zoom podcasts and the table shifting. Yes, I just don't want the table to fall.
To run it back.
We gotta.
I was not a blackjack.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, the table's a little whatever. So So you were just working with people.
Right. Like, booking like hotel rooms. So I did work in like a hotel system. I got a lot of exposure to that, but it wasn't so much the gaming side as it was the hospitality hotel
Did you enjoy
side.
it?
Yeah, it really did. It just didn't pay, you know, and it was right out of college, and it was like an internship / job. And then I moved on to a little admin position after, and then travel for American Express, and then down here
with
American Express. And then I met one of my really, really good girlfriends, and she worked at a tech company, and that's how we got into tech. And I was like, I did not see this coming.
Really?
Know? Yeah, because I have a hospitality management degree.
So that's what you want to do, is hospitality.
I want to be a cruise ship activities director.
Oh,
good thing I didn't go that route.
Okay. But you would have been great.
Okay.
I've been on cruises.
Yes, right? And the activities director.
Are you a big fan of cruises?
I love cruises.
Really?
Who doesn't, though? I'm such a typical American.
I'm not a big fan of cruises.
Is it the people, the amount of people in one?
No, I mean, look, maybe because of Florida. Well, no, because I've been one out of like Orlando or Port Canaveral, and then I've been out one in Miami, which, you know, the people I went with were young, and it was, you know, it's more of the idea that, you know, they can be costly, like $7,000 if you want a really badass room. But with two people, we're talking two people.
Yes,
like if you want like a balcony, it goes from like, you know, $4,500 to $5,000 to like, oh, you want a balcony? Yeah, can I have a window? Yeah, it's another $10,000. What the fuck?
Just kidding. Yeah.
She's like, yeah,
you'll be another $1,000.
Yeah, put me in steerage for $5,000. You know, that I'm fucking. That's what I feel like, right?
That's awesome.
I mean, really.
Yes.
And I mean, everyone's like, go ahead. No,
everyone's like, it's so affordable. I mean, Carnival is, but you're gonna feel every.
Oh, I didn't do Carnival. We did Royal Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. And I love Carnival, you know.
No, I mean, the point is with the cruise, the real thing is that, like, to me, if I'm going to spend that much money, I could spend that and like maybe take a trip like to Bolivia or like overseas.
Right.
Like,
just that's a really good point.
And have, while the boat is awesome, like for a week, I could also go see a bunch of shit other than a boat and get hammered.
Right.
Because
because what else are you doing?
I can go to Texas and get like dollar beer night. Like, you know, even here in Florida, they're crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they're opening the bars here, I think, like tomorrow or something, or tonight.
People are going wild.
Yeah, I know. No, dude, no. Like, you know, look, again, I don't really like people anyway, so.
They are. It's like touch and go, you know.
There's a lot of weirdos.
Yes.
So tech, by accident, fell in.
Yes.
But so you'd always been like wanting to work with people, or something about traveling was interesting to you?
Yeah, I mean,
because you weren't going to do cruises in Nebraska. I don't know if you know. There's not a lot of.
Can I tell you when I first started college, because I was like super into theater and acting and everything like that in high school. I mean, I took classes. I love to sing, you know, I was in chorus, I was in choir, we did musicals, I was lead in musicals.
Oh shit.
So I got into college and I was like, I'm definitely doing theater with an emphasis in performance. And then
I'm going to pay money
for
4 years of college for this.
Right. What were they going to teach me? Like theater history?
You should just go to LA with like that much money.
And that's
like, yeah. I mean, I just assume, I don't know, but no, like, it just seems crazy unless you want to. I don't know, but anyway.
A semester after I was there, everybody I was in school with went to California. They're like, we're out of here. We're going to go to California and try our hand at it. I was like,
good for you. I mean, what makes sense?
I can't do that.
And then that was it. You're like,
And then after that first year, my sister's like, we should do travel and tourism. I was like, okay. And she was already like 3.5, 4 years deep into college, you know, and she's like, well, I can't really change my major if I want to get out of here. So I did, but I still got out in 4. And
all right, so that was always the goal, but then the money wasn't there, even though, I mean, I assume the tourism industry pre-COVID was doing well. Now I know the travel industry is.
And then I moved to Florida and I was like, oh, this is the tourism capital. This is tourism Mecca, right? But I don't do tourism here. You know?
I know a lot of people personally who thought like, oh, I'll work in the travel industry, whether it's in tech or whatever, in this. And they all got the axe. I mean,
I'm going to go work at the beach, you know? But what's at the beach? Like, you're going to go bartend or something? Sling daiquiris?
I mean,
the daiquiri shack, you know?
I get tan really quickly, so, like, I'm not a huge fan of the beach. And it's sticky.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know burn here, like, being a Viking? Mm-hmm. You know, you're like, you know.
Okay. Well, I have a good base tan now, so.
Okay. I didn't know if, like.
I don't put the baby oil on anymore, which is
Jesus. That sounds dangerous.
You know, that's actually what, like, we used to put baby oil on and lay on our trampoline because it was a black nylon, you know.
Oh my god!
And it attracted the sun. You got to get that good base burn in, and then
could you just go like out and work in the field?
You could, but then you'd have farmer's tan. That's a real thing.
So you could wear a bathing suit. Now we're getting a little like calendary. That's weird.
Right.
You know, let's push back.
Do you know what detasseling is? Have you ever heard of detasseling? because then you get like that ring around your collar because you couldn't wear like short sleeves. It's when you walk through a cornfield on foot and you pull the tassels out of the top.
Oh, so you have just like, wait, is he tasseling the tan? Is it, what is it?
The tasseling is the job, but you can't wear like spaghetti straps because you get corn rash.
Oh, what is corn rash?
It's legit rash on your body, and it'll be under your arms, on your neck.
Do we know what this is from? Like,
It's from the corn leaves because they have little hairs on them.
Oh, so it's just like irritation.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is dangerous.
Oh man, but
why
it's
would
like
anybody do this? Shout out to everybody out there.
I did it for 2 summers.
That's like worse than I did cut yards in Texas, and it's hot in this. It's Texas
very
summers are hot.
Yeah, but I would have rather done that.
Corns,
yeah, because it's like there's no breeze in there,
and you're
right?
tall.
Yes, and
so
these corn
your
stalks
shoulders
get
getting
so
lit
tall.
up.
Oh yeah, but then you have to wear like long sleeves, so even if you're out there, it's like just your forehead getting color. You know, it's like cool. I'm aging on my forehead now.
Thanks for the wrinkles, dick.
Or they're like, wear a hat, and I'm like, but a tan.
Oh my! Oh, that's why they wear those hats.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I can see why that would be dangerous
Yes.
and just uncomfortable in a lot of ways.
They have Cornhusker lotion. I don't know if you've ever heard. It's like more of like a gel than it is a lotion.
This is kind of awesome though. That there's a whole culture. I mean,
Yes.
look, I don't know how many people. Wait, with all this technology, they can't do that. Like,
they have
tech now.
So they have machines to detassel, but it's expensive to have one. You know, and like the smaller farmers can't pay for the machine or they don't have that equipment. So they hire teams, they hire companies that hire people to just go up and down these rows. And I mean, when you have irrigation systems with those massive tires and those huge sprinklers,
yeah.
They're like mowing down the corn stalks like in some places, right? But then there's like these huge ruts that are full of mud and you're muddy from your.
How often did you do this?
Just 2 summers. So it was like a summer season, right? So it was like maybe 6-7 weeks where you're out there every day in like 100 plus
for 8 hours a day.
I don't know if it was 8 hours, but it was a long time.
Okay, because like that's
you get up
inhumane.
super early, you know.
Okay, maybe before it gets too hot, like by 10.
Yeah.
So you're
you're not done by 10. You're done by like 3 or 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've done some tough jobs. I've done like when I was on tour, I would tour and then like I'd come home and like I need to do something because I get paid a little bit of money, not a lot of money.
Yeah.
But like not enough to like, and I was an idiot with money, so
like, weren't we all?
Yeah,
I still am.
I remember. Yeah, so like I remember like coming home and like I got to do something. And the singer of my band, his dad, owned a business, like a pretty well-to-do like limo business, but he also owned like convenience stores.
Oh.
But they weren't like like an Exxon or a 7-Eleven. They were like this thing called a picnic store, which was I'm pretty sure like just a local like San Antonio.
It sounds really familiar though.
Maybe like it was from somewhere else, but it was like obviously a knockoff version. It's like the letters were red, white, and blue. It was just like it was, and there's like 9 of them in San Antonio that he owned. So I ended up working when I was back for like in between legs of the tour, which we toured for like a week or 10 days, and like maybe a month, and then
Did I know you were in a band?
No, yeah, I was a musician for a long time. Yeah.
Do you play?
I was a drummer.
Oh,
I guess I still do drum. They're still here. They're still around.
Somewhere, yeah.
They're here. They're close actually. They're very close by. But no, yeah, I was a musician. So
that is so cool.
Yeah. It was fun. Yeah.
So you in between
I would
being a rock star.
Yeah, I thought.
You were a bagger.
I was not a bagger. See, that's what you assume. Oh, I was a clerk, right? No, like no. So what I did, I worked with this guy named Bobby. He was I mean, he must have been like 67. Probably should have retired. We drove in this brown van, and this guy, I don't think he was from Texas, but he lived out in like some trailer outside of San Antonio, like way outside in the skirts, but his truck was all the tools that you needed to fix these stores, everything.
Oh.
From plumbing to the roof to the pumps, like
that's
everything.
Why you're so handy around your house.
Let me tell you, this job, I remember we toured in the summer because I guess that's when tours were because you don't want to drive in the north. We got stuck in a couple like snow things in Colorado. It was crazy. I remember that. But it was in the summer, so it's hot in Texas, it's hot in San Antonio. So I would go with this guy, and literally I would like, oh, we got to back up at the store on store 19 on the south side. I'm like, cool. Yes. So I'm in the back, literally like helping him. Like I'm wading through like shit and piss like from the toilet because it's not. It's a gas station.
Oh right.
It's a major. It's like a gas station slash. They also have listen to this. They were known for like their food. They had tacos. This is like San Antonio.
Yeah, man.
Tacos, burgers, French fries, like everything.
Have you ever heard of Casey's?
No, but it's probably it's like that. What's that store in Nebraska? That you're talking about, that one store.
Village Inn.
Yes.
Yes.
Like the bar. It's like your local bar. You
Okay.
can't drink there, but you could buy the alcohol, get your gas, eat your food. You can even, some of them were big enough you could sit, like it was like a little cafeteria.
Yeah. They had like those plastic.
Yeah.
Formica.
Yes. Little table. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid laying on those. Those are miserable.
Yes.
But yeah, so I had a job that was like, seems just as miserable.
Yes.
Because it was like shitty, like gasoline. It's just, and he smoked. Oh, he smoked.
With the windows up?
No.
That's hardcore.
It was down, but the problem is it's the summer in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh my gosh. Is there wind? I was in Dallas over the summer once.
I mean, there was wind because we were going like 75 miles an hour. Those highways in Texas are huge.
275, that's what we call it, AC in Nebraska, 275, and you got two windows down, 175 miles an hour. I got a 275 in this thing.
Wow. See, I've never heard that.
Yes.
275. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. And dude, like he smoked like a chimney. And he would just throw the butts like in the back.
Really?
Yeah. So look, I never got corn rash.
But
I could have gotten like hepatitis. I could have gotten lung cancer. I mean, who knows?
Breathing so many chemicals that are so dangerous.
People who are from San Antonio and listen to this, if there's anybody, they will know what I'm talking about. And they know the burgers are amazing and the tacos were good. But I used to clean the grease out like in between tour legs. So, trying to be a famous musician isn't always glamorous.
Isn't always glamorous.
Not always.
Right.
Yeah. So
that is wild.
Yeah. So from that to tech.
Listen, before you go out, I give all my love to the recycling guys, the trash guys when they drive by. I'm like, I could never do your job.
Dude, my dad, so he works for the city now. For the city of San Antonio, which is cool, but like he was a construction worker forever. Like drove concrete trucks, drove gravel trucks, like would wake up like 3 a.m. to go like crazy shit.
Yeah.
Pour concrete. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, so I think he really enjoyed it though. Like,
yeah.
He just likes working hard.
Because some people do. Some people prefer working with their hands.
He loves it. Like my dad doesn't like feel exhausted in it from like I'm
tired. Right.
He's like, yeah.
It's a different exhaustion. Yeah. And a lot of times I would choose being exhausted physically or mentally. Because then you're just like, I can't even have a conversation anymore. Yeah. Is all your family still in San Antonio?
Everyone's still in San Antonio. Pretty much. Yeah, everyone's still in San Antonio.
Does it get pretty chilly down there in the winter?
So recently, it gets like 30s. I would say typically when I remember going like a few times a year, 4 times, it's snowed there more often in the last like 10 years than it has recently. But like we're talking snow like
flurries that don't
enough,
stick.
but it'll stick. But we're talking like even a coating or maybe even a 1/4 inch. But that's enough to shut it down.
Right.
Because that's such a rarity.
They don't have the infrastructure.
No, they don't build. They don't have salt. They don't have what? They're already doing like, it's 100. The heat index is 130. What are you talking about, right? Like,
it'll be back up there.
I'm sorry. You want to buy salt, sir? We need more highways. We need them wider. And I mean, we're going 75 on these.
Higher.
I need to go 80. I need to go 80 down. Like,
yes. I need more high-rise overpasses.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
yeah. You've been to Texas before?
Yes.
Many times. Okay. What would you do?
My aunt actually lived in Plano.
Oh, and Dallas.
Yes.
You've driven all over that place.
You want to talk about mega churches? People don't even know mega churches.
Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I walked into one that she went to. It had an avenue. It had like a main street with
like a cruise ship
fronts,
a cruise ship,
with restaurants inside, with those lamps that are ornate, that were like in What a Wonderful Life.
Have you ever been to the Gaylord hotels?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay, that's insane.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes. It was a church.
Did she pay to go?
Probably, yeah. You have to tithe.
Damn.
Oh
my God, that's insane.
Uh-huh.
Did you do that? Did your family do that?
No, because is
that a Midwest thing? Like
I think it's
South?
a Catholic thing, isn't it? Are you Catholic?
I'm Catholic. So we give at church. And then we do get I get solicitations from my high school, but then my high school was all Catholic school. But at church, there is what they call it tithing. Mm-hmm. It sounds so fucking violent.
Oh yeah.
So I tithed today.
Okay.
I tithed out twice actually today. Once when mass started.
Yes.
And I tithed
the more you give.
Right when it was over.
Yes.
Right to the end. It was amazing.
When you say it so calm, though, it doesn't sound that aggressive.
But it's
tithing. Let's go tithe, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They would call it like, I don't know what the hell they call it. But yeah, we gave it like $1. I usually get so excited to drop it in the basket.
Okay, of course you did.
As a kid. I was like 6.
But now they're like, let's get out our checkbooks, folks. I was like, what?
I think my parents like looked at me weird once and I was like, yo, are we gonna have good money for lunch this week? Like,
yeah.
So
are we good?
Yeah, I was like, you sure? Like, that's a 5, Mom. Like,
I don't know if maybe it's not like a certain denomination thing. Because
what I've heard that like the mega churches, like, you have to do this and God will bless you. It was never like that.
Oh yeah.
But also, they never specifically said. But also, like, it is a belief that like if you give, they make you believe that if you give fiscally or financially, you'll like get something. Whereas I think real Catholics, or not real, but like people who, like my mom, for example, who's more religious. I mean, I think you get older, you're like, I'm going to die soon. Not that she's going to die soon, but like, okay, I guess I got to figure something
Rest
out.
In peace, Mom.
She, God, I hope she didn't listen to this one. No, but she, like now her giving is like, she actually goes to like, feed people on Thanksgiving. Like she actually adopts pseudo adopts, like people at risk youth or something. Yes. No, she like goes in it. Like,
oh yeah, that's
like,
great.
Like gives like, goes shopping for girls who are like, who are at risk. It's like, so her,
where it's going.
Exactly.
I like that she does the organizations or the variation where like she can provide, like not just give the money and they're like, yeah, we'll buy them clothes, we'll buy them products. But she actually like, she bought like a crib for one young mom. She was a young mom. So to her, like, she's like, you're a young mom. You're how old? A teen. Let me buy you a crib, and then she'll I didn't think it was, I'm not gonna say weird, but to me it was like really intimate where she one of the ones against like pseudo adopt, maybe it was like a Big Brothers, it was something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was something like that, like an organization in San Antonio. She like watched the baby while the girl went to the movies with like a friend, and I was like, first of all, the girl trust you?
Yeah, not only that, but I was like, Mom, if that girl comes back pregnant, maybe. But I was just like, Mom,
don't let her go out.
I was like, what do you do? Well, no.
Maybe they build a relationship. I don't know. Does she tell you?
But also, I think my mom was kind of in the need for she wanted a grandkid.
Oh.
Yeah. So like, well, I mean, my sister had a baby, so I think my mom was just like.
Is that your only?
Yeah.
You only have a sister?
I have a sister and an older brother.
Does he have kids?
No. He's gay. So I don't.
Do they want kids?
He doesn't want kids.
No.
He's just like. Or I could spend all the money on myself, which I battle that very often. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, so are you excited? Like the kid? I mean, I know you're having a kid. Like what's that been like?
It's been so interesting during coronavirus. Like I try to watch like shows or join groups that like amp you up about being a mom and getting ready for this miracle of life. And it is a miracle, right? But during a pandemic, it is such a different experience because you're like a lab rat when you go to the doctor. It's not enjoyable to go to the doctor
because it's not intimate. It's like more
no one either across the room. There's masks. They're like, there's no bedside manner. They don't even like, they're not even able to look at you.
Did you feel like an
unless
alien?
You have a mask on. Yeah. Oh yeah. And they're like, there's no like,
maybe that's what the virus is. Just an act like, oh, they tested positive. Meaning you're an alien. We found it. You're dead.
Okay. I'm like, would you?
They died today. We killed another alien. Is what that really? No. So because it sounds like you're in a spaceship. Yeah, that's terrifying.
They're so scared about like contracting some flu virus. I'm like, get the flu and then get over it. But would you even let me in here if I had a fever?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like once you're in there, I understand taking precautions, but like, can we make me feel a little comfortable?
There's like no, like usually they're they suggest things. They're like bedside manner. They like touch you. They're like, how are you? They remember something about what you said the appointment before, like, how's that going? There's none of that. It's literally you go in like this cold room and they sit across 6 feet with their mask and they have like triple masks on. And they're like, well, how are you feeling? Any questions? Okay. And then they like measure the heart rate with like a Doppler, on your stomach. And then like, okay, have a good day. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
So like, what is it typically like? Like, do you know?
Well, usually, and this could be different because I go to a clinic that has like so many providers. There's like midwives and nurse practitioners and OBs, right? And they want you to get to know everybody. They want you to meet everybody, not get to know, because there's no relationship building. I don't even think any of them know my like middle name or what color my eyes are, and that's all they can see.
I was gonna say, yeah, what the hell is staying?
It was like, if we're not available on the day that you give birth, we want you to know everyone. I was like, I don't know anyone though. I know your names, recognize them either, and I know your eyes. Are you, and so now Tom and I are doing birthing classes, and
Tom, by the way, is her cat. No, not her cat. Her significant
my baby daddy.
I was thinking of Tom and Jerry. Yeah, baby daddy Tom. Yeah. Tom, awesome. I love to talk to Tom. His mustache. Actually, I really would like to talk to Tom's mustache. Yeah. Truthfully.
Darius, yeah.
Darius, yeah. I mean, this guy.
We should get that guy.
When that mustache is on, it's crazy. Yeah.
And it is. He's in Minnesota right now, actually.
Doing Viking stuff? Is he a Viking too?
Yes. No, he's Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I could totally picture him like an old Irish fighter.
Oh,
like
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Holy crap, dude. Yes. I guarantee you, if we went and looked online some old photos, we could find was like, yo, Tom is a time. Because,
100%.
You probably look like someone, if you're 100%. Scandinavian, you got to look like someone who's, look, that's what you look like. Tall,
right?
Fair skin, blonde hair, blue eyes. Like, that's got to be it.
Couple years back. Couple decades back, I'm sure they exist.
That's insane.
Yeah. So he's why did I get on this?
So we were talking about
birthing classes. Yeah. So it's nice because it's offered free through the hospital, but they I don't even know where I was going with that.
Well, we're talking about like how it's different, like what the difference are.
It's
like
virtual now too. So
so you're not actually see that's right. So,
you know how like they used to go and you're like you used to hold a baby. Tom's never even like held a baby. Good
luck.
Okay.
Let me know how it goes. Yeah. Everybody, should I get him? Like, should I talk to him before or after? Yes. Like that's what I want to know.
Maybe after. Yeah. I bet he'd have better stories after.
Dude, that's gonna be crazy.
I know.
So you had mentioned like when you first walked in, I was giving you the tour of the spot. You were like, it's a little. I think you said nervous. I'm not. Oh, you said I'm not scared at all. Kind of sarcastically, but also like, what's nerve wracking about it? Like
being a parent.
Tom, so is it that, not the actual? Like,
right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Tom's like, what are you more scared of? Or what are you more nervous about? What do you anticipate more, like the birth? Which, Lord, people have nothing but horror stories about labor and how long you're in it.
But you're a Viking, dude.
Okay.
Like
people did this in the fields,
Yeah, like as they're getting like chopped together, like I got
I got the chores.
My wife, like she's doing this, like I got this. Don't worry.
Let me chop the wood while I push out the kid.
Who knows? But but people have terrible
having
stories.
To keep somebody alive for however many
years.
That's intense. That's intense, and like making sure that I'm developing their brain as well as their emotions and them physically.
Are there articles like? Are you reading books on how to like they're making the next Mozart or the next
Mark
Zuckerberg?
Funny. Baby Einstein, isn't that a thing?
Are you? I don't know.
No, I'm not doing.
Are they gonna be able to do like multiplication problems by the age of 1.5?
Right. Which maybe I should care about, but at this point I'm just like, I don't know.
Please
I kind of just want to get in here.
Please don't work at a 7-Eleven. Right. Please don't become a musician.
Right.
Please don't.
Or do. I don't know. Just don't be an asshole, you know?
Yeah, dude, like, that's a big one.
Be a nice human.
Yeah. Well, I think...
Or manners,
you're really not... You're genuine. Like, you asked me too.
I grew up very different than these kids grew up, Like, there's a lot of electronics. Even my sister, she's very wholesome. She's very driven on making sure her kids are structured. She's not like, so... like monster
Does
mom.
She tithe?
No.
Okay. All right, then she's not crazy. I believe
she's
you.
Not crazy. Okay. Her kids, like it's hard to get away from.
Tithes. It's crazy, but I'm just trying to see what kind of parent.
Thank you for what you do for your church. Yes. No, but it's hard to get away from like iPads and electronics. And
she's in Nebraska.
Yeah,
you got Wi-Fi out there. I don't mean that, but like
everybody has that.
Okay.
Yes, it's a little slow.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Did you know they sent up another satellite into space? Elon Musk did, so people worldwide could have internet.
Whatever links, right?
Yes.
Starlink.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I'm gonna tag that. It sounds
like a
Elon Musk Starlink. It sounds what like.
It sounds like a Terminator episode, a Terminator movie.
I think I haven't read a lot about it, but the articles I've read, which are like 4, actually they're really long articles. One of the worries is, really, these fucking NASA articles or some of these like New York Times and Wall Street Journal articles from the science they're long.
Yeah.
But what they say, one of the concerns is that like there's so much satellites out there, there's a lot of space debris, and the amount of satellites he's putting out there is like okay, so we're never gonna leave the planet now, like,
right.
Or like, it's like dodging bullets when you leave the planet now.
That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, there's more debris.
And Facebook is doing something similar where they're trying, and I get the initiative, right? Let's bring information, let's bring technology, right, to everyone all over the world. But it's also like, I feel it's like we're in outer space. We'll deal with that when we get there. It's like, yeah, but you can't think like that anymore because like
last it's getting closer.
Yeah,
to
like
we're in outer space.
Yeah, it's like that's something that I think is like, I'm not saying in my lifetime that someone will live on Mars, but maybe like it's a realistic like, why not? Like you can do so much, right? You can do podcasts from a house, you can do podcasts from a lawyer's office. I'm going to Nashville here in like a few weeks and doing my old buddy's a musician, guitar player up there who manages a bunch of these like artists. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So like. Yeah, Mars, and that seems next.
Mobility, man. That's what the name of the game is. And that's what I think. And I heard he's doing that. He's putting more up there. So when the world is literally connected, then they can build the bridge to Mars. Like that's why they want to get more connectivity. So,
all right. So back to fearfulness, lack of fearfulness, but you're excited. Right, I haven't been.
Yes. Yeah. I'm excited not be pregnant anymore. Pregnancy prison is a thing.
What is that? Like you can eat sushi?
So many limitations. People are like, it's such a beautiful time. Okay. I was like, do you know how many I can't have lunch meat, like deli meat.
Oh, dude, I have a whole table tray of.
I'm sure you do.
Amazing. I literally ordered. This is all catered, by the way.
Okay.
We have a whole. You can come out there. It's a whole thing.
Green room.
You have you understand? Like, yeah. Oh, green room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, with snacks and no, I can't.
Well, look, we could. Oh, so beer. I just didn't know. I was like, do you want water? What? Because like you're pregnant.
I know.
I knew you're pregnant. I was like,
beer is supposed to actually be like.
Yeah, right. It's changed.
Good for like breastfeeding, like breast milk.
Okay.
Like if you have, you're not supposed to get like sauced, off a 6-pack, but. If you have a beer, and I don't know if it's like a darker one, like a hoppy one, or if it's like a lager, then it's supposed to be good for like producing breast milk.
I feel like champagne or even like some wines. I've heard like a little bit is not a bad thing.
It's not
because it relaxes the muscles, it relaxes you and the baby. I don't know the
red wine
science
they say is
it.
like if you're gonna, and this could be a myth because it could literally be anything in like moderation, But
yeah, dude.
Red wine, they always say you can have a small glass of red wine, like 4 ounce or something, but. What they don't tell you is when you're pregnant and you're drinking alcohol is that you have the worst heartburn. So it's like, do I want to have a glass of wine for what? Because I'm not getting pain. It's wasted.
Yeah.
Or I'm not even like getting to a level enough where I'm like, oh, I can relax and sleep nice. I'm either getting heartburn or I'm having a small glass of wine.
Yikes.
You just make the choices.
So what about food? Like what food are you not able to eat? You're like, this is miserable.
So it's like soft cheeses, which
what? I love cheese.
I know.
Oh my God.
Deli meats, canned food, they say stay away from.
Like
so
tuna?
Like soups.
Well, dude, tuna is terrible. There's mercury. From what I've heard, that it's not even probably real tuna. It's probably coming from China. It's not real. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's terrifying.
And then certain fish have like higher percentages of mercury in them that you're supposed to stay away from. I used to like salmon. I don't like salmon anymore.
Oh, so have you actually your what are they called? Palate? Your taste buds changed?
Palate changing, yeah.
So what have you hated now that you used to love?
Well, it's actually the opposite. What I love now that I used to hate is jalapenos. I needed them on everything. Shit. I needed them in ice cream. I needed them in my water. As someone who is Mexican,
I actually have to say welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome to the spicy side.
Thank you.
I mean, like I can't believe you're Mexican before you. I got my wife, who's obviously not Mexican. She's very fair skinned, and so she's okay with them now. She can do them.
Like the mild, or
she can do the hot ones if she's into it. Okay. No. She can do the seeds. No. Like if we go to San Antonio and we get some nachos, or we get some there's some place which I know it's not super Mexican, but like there's some place that has some nachos that you're just like the beans, the fajitas that throw them, and you're like, here's a fresh jalapeno. And like not even some places they're not even pickled ones, but they're kind of pickled, but they're not as pickled. Okay, but they're still hot.
Yeah,
but they look more fresh. But they do something. They're fresh jalapenos, but they cook them like on the grill or whatever. So it's like holy shit. So it's like
sounds so good. Yeah.
Yeah. So you love jalapenos now?
Yes, and that in the beginning it was like everything spicy, like. Any dish had to have.
Thomas been loving it.
This
is amazing.
He's not a big spice guy. Okay,
man, what a lost opportunity.
He's more of like a salty, corned beef and hash kind of guy, which is so good.
Sounds Irish. Someone have a Guinness for this guy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But now it's like anything fruity and cold and juicy, you know, that it can like cool me internally because it's hot.
Fruity, cold, and juicy. Yeah. So you want the jalapeno followed by like a daiquiri, non-alcoholic?
Right. I was big into pina coladas, like non-alcoholic pina coladas.
I'm a huge fan of those.
Yes.
It's the Florida weather. My wife loves them too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
a little Coco Lopez, a little pineapple juice with some Bacardi rum or whatever rum. Mm-hmm. And we top it off now with that dark Myers rum.
Yeah. Have you ever had a dark and stormy?
Yeah, on a cruise ship actually. Of course. Always on a cruise ship.
Hopefully that was the only dark and stormy.
So look, I'm not talking down on cruise ships, but if you ever go on one, you have to get the drink bag if you want to drink.
Oh yes. Yeah. I was ignorant before when I didn't, but yes, it just makes sense. I mean, I know they still limit it though, don't they? You can only have like 15 drinks a day.
No, that's only on
Carnival.
Yeah, the cheaper. There's tiers I learned.
Okay.
There's tiers of Carnival of like cruise lines, like Carnival. Norwegian is supposed to be like a top tier cruise line. There's ones that are even better than that. But like I know, is it Royal Caribbean or Carnival? One of them. No, which one? I think it's Carnival. What's the cheaper one?
Carnival's the cheapest.
Yeah, Carnival. Yeah. They limit your drinks. 15 a day.
Yeah.
No, we went to Royal Caribbean and like, I mean, I would have like, I was sipping like Remy and Johnny Walker all day long. Yeah.
For one flat rate.
Oh, I paid like, I don't know what it was. I don't know. We paid it. You know, it's like another $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing.
Tom was looking up cruises because everybody's like, the cruise industry is coming back. This is all coming
back. Look, I do not want to be on a fucking boat, a little tube of people. Hey, here's my spit. Totally just hanging out. What'd you?
Just to leave. Just to do something.
Well, you can't. You're pregnant.
Well, they say that about flying too, but you know what the
Wait. Did you drive to Nebraska?
No. That's like 24 hours.
Why can't you drive?
Stop.
I mean, why can't you fly?
It's just about the circulation. They're like, I mean,
if
you get to like 40
I
weeks.
thought you were talking about like pregnancy.
Yeah, that's what people think. You know, it's like, and I'm sure there's a threshold when you get to like 39 weeks. You know, and they're like, maybe the change or whatever could send you into labor. But I feel like
the COVID change.
No, just the take off, the landing.
Okay, well, if the doctor is saying that, maybe. Okay. I mean, but like it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
No, the only like concern that they have is circulation, because I mean, my ankles fill up now by the end of the day.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like, you're talking about like your body. I was like, so you can get blood clots, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I knew someone, I knew someone who flew from like here to like, I think it was like Quebec City.
Okay.
Like on a family trip. She was, I don't know, 30s, 40s, whatever. She was a friend of my wife's, and for whatever, you know, normal flight, she felt a little weird. She got off the plane a couple days later, normal. She's going up some steps and she just falls, like kind of faints almost, like what the hell? Take her to the doctor, like, holy shit, you have whatever it is, like blood clots all over your like lungs.
In her lungs?
From these, or maybe, over lungs, from whatever you get from like not being able, like from circulation.
Yeah.
She didn't realize that she could have died. She didn't, because she fell and she went to the doctor, but like, this is serious. So
yes.
She has to drive back from like Canada to Tampa.
How far is that?
I don't know. Like, how far is Nebraska? It's farther. I mean, it's far. It's fucking far.
I didn't know if it was like a straight shot up the coast.
No, it was far, dude. No, I mean, yeah, probably up 95. But like, I've done the drive from DC to here. My brother-in-law did the one from Manhattan to here. I mean, you can gun it 24 hours straight. But like, if you're coming out of a hospital with that pulmonary or whatever that is, that's scary.
That is wild,
right?
My aunt actually just died, which sounds bad, but. She kind of
I'm not laughing at that.
Okay,
I'm just laughing
like,
my bad.
She kind of like alienated herself from the family because she just didn't
believe.
Aunt? What?
Was she the mean aunt?
No, not really. She was my godmother.
I have one of those.
Do you? I don't think I have a mean aunt.
Actually, no, we don't have any mean aunts. Actually, all aunts are pretty awesome. Actually, now thinking about it, they're actually pretty great.
Yeah, like I
feel like I'm missing some in my head that I'm not thinking about. But the ones I can think of are pretty great.
Wait, I remember somebody mean.
The ones that I can think of right now are awesome.
She just alienated herself because she didn't like believe or support anything that anybody in her family was doing.
She fucking hated corn, dude. I don't blame her.
She must have. She gets
stuck
in
your
Dakota.
Teeth.
Okay.
South Dakota.
They do get in your teeth.
They do.
Anyway.
And apparently overseas in Europe, they don't like corn.
Why?
They like. I'm sorry, we feed it to the animals.
I mean,
and it's like, yeah, bitch, America, shut up. No.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
that's why we also.
So kids coming, which is exciting.
Yes.
Nerve-wracking. Getting new plays, bigger plays. Are you guys all shopped out?
Shopped?
Like, did you get everything for the kid?
No.
When's the day? When's the big day, by the way?
10/23. We think he's gonna come
October, dude. Scorpio. Yes. My dad's a Scorpio.
No, he's a Libra, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I'll just make that up.
Okay.
I know my dad's October 28th. So I know he's a Scorpio.
Then yeah.
But I know there's also like
a cusp.
It changes like right that week.
Honey, I think it's Libra. I think he's a Libra, and I was like, no offense to Libra.
I don't know what that means. I just know that Scorpios are supposed to be more intense. And my dad's.
Yes.
My dad's
if he comes any later, he'll be a Scorpio. If he comes like a day or so later.
Will he get tattoos? So wait.
Okay.
How many how did you go from the tramp stamp to all this?
Right? I have no clue because when I was younger, I don't know if you were like, when you grew up, you're like, I'm definitely getting a tattoo,
Yeah, my dad had tattoos, so I really wanted one.
Oh, see, I
my brother and sister, though, my brother has none, and he never had the desire to have one.
Yeah.
My sister has a small, like, flower on her foot, I think, that she got when she was, like, 21.
Yeah.
But, like, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who has, like, actual like, more than one. And so, like, I mean, you got this one when you're 18.
Yeah, and I was like,
this is awesome.
I don't know
what
if
does it say? Is it just like a little, is it like
it's a stupid butterfly? They mean new beginnings, by the way.
Oh.
And I was graduating high school.
Was that your friend Carrie?
New beginnings.
Or Cindy's,
Jen. Yeah.
Jen, yeah, even better.
Me and Jen.
Jen, we're going to remember this forever.
Yep.
We're always going to
She got like a dragonfly on her hip. I was like,
oh my God.
That's a mistake.
And then you got the butterfly. Well,
yes.
It's still, you know what though? Like at least you're like you own it. You're like, yeah, I did it.
Okay.
That's awesome though. Where'd you get it? Did the convenience store have it too? Because
that would have been convenient. Now that's convenient.
What did you get it done?
Some small town in Iowa. We like crossed the border, for
this is so a different way to live. I mean, they grew up. It's so awesome though. It really is kind of cool.
I can still remember when they pierced my belly button. But after that, no, I was like, I don't even know what sparked like more tattoos because I didn't see it. I didn't ever think about it. I wasn't like, I'm going to get some more. And then all of a sudden I got like my zodiac. I don't even care about zodiacs that much. I just like that I'm a Leo, and people are like, "Ooh, Leo." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know."
What is that supposed to mean? What bullshit is that? No,
okay.
I'm just. What does that mean?
Right?
No.
I don't know.
I mean, look, whatever you think is cool. Yeah. I mean, it's fun to read. It's like a story.
Exactly.
Maybe there's some truth. Maybe it's the aliens. Maybe they're right.
Maybe.
No, but when I died, like you dumbass.
Have you ever been to Area 51? I feel like you would love
I want
that.
to.
Isn't that so close to where you grew up? Like a couple hours.
Texas is
there's probably something buried in Texas.
San Antonio, Texas. I would say, so to get out of Texas, let's say I want to drive, I probably have to go through New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's an 8.5 hour drive just to get out of Texas. And then I have to go through New Mexico to like Las Vegas. It's probably another 6 hours. So I could probably do it. Just getting out of Texas is a bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
yeah.
but I've never been in Area 51.
Texas.
I feel like they'd shoot me if I like, hey, can I come in? No. That'd be terrible.
Or like the site.
Did you get, is that what you have, like an alien tattoo?
It just keeps coming up. So I was like, this guy's big into aliens lately.
I just watched,
you were
watched this documentary.
Program.
I watched this documentary last night, like really late, and I was like, they're among us?
Okay. Of course they are, man. I feel like there's one in my neighborhood. I've seen her walking around.
They're like kind of like, they're just here and they're like casually like pushing the agenda. They're not putting, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then I listened to like a Joe Rogan podcast with Ron White, which is like a comedian that I really like.
Oh, you don't have to tell me about.
Yeah, I love Ron White.
Blue collar.
Yeah,
team.
like okay, most people wouldn't think I'm into it, but like he's a Texan, and I dig it. So like,
isn't Jeff too? Jeff Foxworthy and Bill Engvall and
they're I don't know, and maybe I know Jeff Foxworthy is a Texan. I know that Bill Wise is a Texan.
But you're right, Larry the Cable Guy. I think he's Nebraskan. Or he lives in Nebraska, yeah.
Man, maybe he just identifies with the corn and the demographic. It's that cut off flannel.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, so I really am curious about your tattoos. I keep sidetracking.
I don't even have a cool story like I was in a band.
No,
but
people
are like, why do you have
But what was it that, like, because I think, look, I'll be honest, like, the idea of me getting a sleeve, almost like I really wanted to, like on one arm, but it also terrified me.
Why?
So
does it still terrify you?
Yeah.
Why? Because you know how it feels?
I call it the job killer. In my head.
Really?
Yeah, that's why when I saw you at the tech company, like at the tech company, like the fucking $1 billion tech company we worked at.
World changed.
And just like seeing your arm sleeve, I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm like, okay, like, I mean, either that's really cool about tech or like something's really badass about this girl. Like,
okay,
right. No, seriously.
Right.
Like,
just know.
I've always been terrified of the idea of, pushing that too far to where I can't live.
You think that's like a family thing? Like growing up, your dad was like, if you have
because my dad keeps getting tattoos. Like my dad has several exposed tattoos now. Like he is way more. He keeps getting like he's.
I get it, Dad. I get it.
Yeah, I was like, Dad, I got something. It's good. Like you pass it on. I get it. Like, he's like, you don't understand. I'm like, Dad, I get it. No, he didn't say that. But no, I just think like like I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
I knew I loved music, but I was like, fuck, what if I do want to do something where like, yo, dude. But I'm also thinking now like the culture changed. But the point is when I saw you like this tall woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, it was like a fucking arm sleeve. Like, hey, what's up? I'm Andrea.
What's up?
I deal with all of our customers and like I make sure like they fucking love us and like they're always happy and I ball out with them. And you know what?
Talk to partners.
Yeah, all day long, and I make sure that they bring us business every day. How you doing? Oh, you like my arm sleeve? What's up? Hey, you want to play softball? I'm like, what?
Okay,
what?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Meet Tom. Who's Tom? Tom. Okay. But really, you got to meet fucking Darius.
Okay.
Darius. Who's Darius?
Yeah.
Darius.
They're a package deal. Yeah.
And I think also you had your dog there, which is Dexter. Yeah, you had Dexter.
Came. Yeah. Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah, my little guy.
So like your vibe was awesome, but the tattoos, they just stuck out. So like you went from the tramp stamp and then that was 18 to when did you get your next one?
Oh, goodness, probably not till I was 23, 24.
Okay, so you waited.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I never it was never in my roadmap, like this is my vision board.
You just thought like I'm gonna get like, that night. You decided done.
Yeah,
and then
maybe it's because things were changing, and you like saw tattoos more stream. Maybe Inked or Miami Ink was on TV, and I loved like Kat Von D because her vibe was so cool.
I don't know that. Oh, is that the? I don't remember who that is.
Kat Von D. She was that. Did you watch Miami Ink?
No, I didn't.
Well, she has her own like makeup line now, but she was the female in the shop with Ami and all those guys, and she does amazing black and white portraits.
Was she like the only woman in the shop too?
Yeah, it was like so rare.
See, that's what's awesome about you. You're like, now that chick, she goes to where all the dudes are like, fuck y'all, I'm right here with you. In fact, I'm even better.
She's a legit artist too. So, and maybe it was like that's the TV because reality TV.
So what was the next one you got after the was it here in Tampa? Was it in Florida?
No, it was in Nebraska. It was these stars and
was it the same place? Same gas station?
That was in Iowa.
That would be awesome.
No. It was like some strip mall shop, of course.
That's how it is here in Florida, though. That's how it is in Florida. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just the place that's just the way the infrastructure is.
And if you find an artist, follow them, no matter if they're working in an alley or they're working at the Taj Mahal. Follow them.
Are those all from Nebraska?
No. Yes. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
What did I get here? Oh, my mom's portrait on my calf. I got that.
Oh, you have leg tattoo?
Yeah, but
that's right. No, we don't have to.
Yeah,
I forgot.
How do you stretch out the?
Is it a left leg too, or is it both legs? It's just one.
Well,
leg.
I have. Oh, and I got this. So I have an air balloon on my right thigh that I got at the same shop that I got my mom's at, but different artists, because they mix and match like that. It's all the style you want too. If it's like American traditional, if you like more cartoony, if you like new school.
How do you pick? Like, what do you like? How did you pick those specifically? Like, you have what is that? A piano and a guitar? Like the whole? Oh wow, it's a whole thing.
Like I love music, and I love to sing, so I put the mic close, so I can speak into the mic. But
that's a really I didn't realize it's all like one.
And then
one
it kind of
design.
ends. Like it's a progression because there's a phonograph or the Victrola on the back, and then the 50s or 40s big band, and then 80s with the flying V because I was born in the 80s. But
this is awesome.
When I was younger, like I was like, oh, I really want like a musical measure staff going around my arm, or like all up and down my body. And the artist was like, yeah, I don't know if I can really do that because I wanted to put like a song in there too,
Yeah,
so he
copyright.
just peppered
They'll
in.
sue the fuck out of you. No.
Okay. yeah.
Yo,
Like,
Adele's coming quick. Rolling the deep bitch. That's my money.
Okay.
I want the arm. I want the whole arm.
Yeah. Like, what song would you put on you for the rest of your life?
Dude. I mean, I have a favorite song, but like, I would not put that on my arm
for the rest. Yeah, right.
Hell no. I have a rule about tattoos. I'm not saying I don't judge anyone who gets them.
Yeah.
Willy-nilly, if that's the thing you can say about.
I kind of do, but
well, look, but it sounds like you have a cool, at least.
Well, like, what are you getting it for? Just to say you have a tattoo.
I mean,
tatted.
So the first tattoo I got, I was 17. I think like we were all 17. It's in San Antonio. Like went to this shop near downtown. At the time, like downtown San Antonio now is much nicer than it was. But it wasn't like really rough. But the guy was like, yeah, whatever. So we got like these tribal tattoos kind of all together. My friend had gotten his, actually, one of my good friends. from like his brother's friend, like in their house.
Of course.
Like
you always hear those stories, man. I was like,
yeah, but
why can't I meet a friend like that?
But you like it. Mine looks like kind of, it's a tribal thing. Kind of looks like the Power Rangers, and I got this weird Latin saying. We're 17, and we always we had no idea. Yeah, we make fun of each other for it now. His like says forward on it, but it looks like it says forward. It says forward, like okay. It has like a music note. Okay. His the music note, and then it says the word forward, but it looks like Gerard. At least I always thought it did. So we always made fun of him, and then he made fun of mine because like it's a tribal tattoo, which I was like, oh, that looks amazing, and it so hardcore. It really looks like a Power Rangers, like the Power Rangers logo. Like it looks hilarious.
And that's why we wait.
Yeah, well, so once I got that one, I really did want it though. I was excited. Like, I always wanted a tattoo. So like when I was 17, the guy like didn't check my ID. He's like, yeah, cool. Like that was fine with me. And so I got it and I was excited. But then after I got it, I was like, I really want to get another one like tomorrow, which I was like, this is crazy. Like I'm a pretty impulsive guy, but even then I knew I was like, I gotta wait. So like I made myself wait a year. Like I had this rule, like because the way I am, like, even though like
I think you and I talked about this.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody. Like to me, it's like I want to get like I haven't gotten one in a few years actually, but like I do want to get another one now, and the itch is there. But once you get it, it's like the itch won't. You'll want to keep
never
scratching.
Scratch it.
And so I was like, I forced myself like get one, and you have to wait a minimum of a year because it's like that's forever.
Think about like if you still want that thing.
No, about the next one because I'm gonna want a new one immediately because I have like I have tons of ideas for them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but like Do
you ever like give yourself a grace period about this is the idea I have and I want, but am I gonna love this for like an extended period of time or the rest of my life?
So like I have a date set. For when I'm getting my next tattoo because it's been a few years, but like I don't know, I'm just kind of I think I'm gonna have a kid, not like tomorrow, but like I think we're gonna get ready. Like everyone's having fun kids, That's
another thing. That's another limitation of pregnancy, by the way.
You have a tattoo?
So if she likes tattoos.
No, the wife doesn't like tattoos. As much as I like tattoos, yeah, I mean
she's okay with you having them.
Yeah. I mean, because also again, like, I mean. I just have different rules. Like to me, tattoos are just different. Like now, ever since the first tribal, which I think is still awesome because it just shows like it's like your trans stamp.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage.
Awesome. At the time, I thought it was so awesome. And I still think it's great because it just tells me like a story of like who I was.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is great.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I thought about covering mine, but
no, I mean.
Again, I don't ever see it.
I would say make it better, if anything.
Yes.
No, I mean, asking someone to like, hey, like, I don't want to like completely remove it, but because it's kind of cool. It's kind of like to me, tattoos, like at least for me, they represent moments, cool things I've done, or cool like experiences, or just like chapters of my life. If you want to call it that. So like, I wouldn't get rid of it. Unless it's like something fucking ridiculous.
Right. And I don't know if I would like, that's the thing. People are like, have you ever had a tattoo removed? Like, what if you don't like it? I was like, I would never.
Oh, it's painful as fuck.
Laser remove it. Just cover it, honey. Get something to cover it.
There's some great artists out there who do some great work.
Oh, yeah. I had a puzzle piece because I was friends with this girl. And we were like, we're important pieces of each other's lives. Right. But it was like blown out on some lines, it's actually under this sparrow. And it was like, I didn't even talk to that girl anymore. It's like it kind of fell out of friendship.
How old are you at this one?
Probably, it was when I moved to Florida. So
nice.
It was probably like 20.
It's a Florida move.
25.
Super Florida move of you.
26. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Were you always at the beach when you came here?
Yes. Spent a lot of time at the beach. Yes. But now it's like, I take it or leave it, which is so like we have this luxury of this beautiful top 3, whatever, and we're just like, I prefer a pool.
I do prefer a pool. Mm-hmm. Like we got a pool is super important because going to the beach, first of all, like getting to the beach we're on, I guess we're on the bay side of Pinellas County / Clearwater, St. Petersburg side of the bay. So we're not near we're on the opposite side. I'm 20 minutes from Tampa, 20 minutes from downtown St. Pete. We're essentially located, but the point is like getting to the beach with traffic. Maybe not now, dude. It could be up to 45 minutes from here.
Oh, 100%.
It could be because it's just stoplights. And I know your office is there. I don't know. Are you guys working from home or what's that?
Oh yeah, I'm still working from home, which is, honey, you can't beat that commute. And they're planning a return to office strategy, but you're right. It's like getting off 19 to go downtown Clearwater.
It's a beast.
Oh my gosh.
This area is growing so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. Are you guys thinking about living here forever with the little, what's your goal?
I mean, I love St. Pete. I prefer St. Pete, but,
it's a cool vibe, dude. I love,
Have you been to the pier yet?
No, I heard it's amazing.
You have to go to the pier.
Wasn't like $1 billion?
Probably, yeah.
I heard it's amazing. Are the restaurants open and stuff?
Yeah.
So is it like expensive or is it like,
so there's like a tiki bar at the very top, right?
Sunset must be amazing there.
Oh my God. But they're doing like,
for people who don't know, Sunset's a very big deal on this part because we're on the west side of Florida. So we get the sunsets and like, I mean, it's amazing. It really are, even from like this, it's fucking beautiful.
Even from this side.
Fuck yeah. It's amazing.
I mean, obviously St. Pete is on the east side of,
because I think we're like 6-7 miles from the beach. Takes 45 minutes. Yeah.
right. We're like 10 minutes. It's so nice because you just hit Pinellas Bayway. And
oh, dude, that's awesome. Skyway. So you guys gonna like you thinking about sticking around here?
Yeah, I mean, actually, when because at one point the company Tom is working for is based out of Omaha. He's doing like physical.
Omaha.
Security.
Sorry. Shout out Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Football starts tomorrow. I'm excited. Sorry about that.
It's okay. I heard Tom was watching it.
I fucking forgot.
I fucking
forgot. I was like, holy shit.
So excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I have something to do tomorrow.
Am I making you miss it? Isn't
no,
it
it's
right
tomorrow.
now?
Well, college football's on now, but like, we'll see. Who cares?
Okay.
This is more fun.
TiVo?
No. Yeah, we got the TiVo.
Yeah.
Wait, so keep going.
So...
staying here, not staying here.
Right. So the company that he's with now is based out of Omaha. They don't necessarily, I don't know if they need him in Omaha right now, but he's able to do these jobs living in Florida, So, but if they ever say like it's time to go, when we were looking, we considered Omaha. We've considered going back to DC, know.
DC. Oh yeah, he's from DC, right? What part of DC? Is he from DC
like
proper?
Arlington,
Wow, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. We talked about that a bunch. I used to live there. DC was awesome. Yeah, dude.
We went back to his hometown.
That's very different. I mean,
yes.
I mean, I'm talking like, not just from St. Petersburg, but you're like, yeah, we can go wherever. Right. And you're like, yeah, let's go to Omaha or let's go to DC. Like, I mean, what's...
Right. I mean, family obviously would be the drive. But this company...
Having a kid, too, I think having family is probably really nice, right?
Yes. And my sister's like such a big influence. She's like, don't you want your kids to grow up around their cousins? Because that was so central for us when we were growing up, Do you not do everything with your family when you're growing up?
No, we did. And what's interesting... Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Making sure you got
No, we did. We did, but like I remember what made it weird was like as I get older, just like the cousins like, oh... They're weird.
Yes,
like they're just,
yes.
Once everyone starts to get their personality, not kids anymore, it's like I can't hang out with
it. It can go
dude.
south pretty quick.
But I do miss it. I do miss hanging out with them. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
But so what is like the determining factor between like Omaha or DC?
We said whoever got their dream job first. I mean, Omaha is really still in the running because the company.
You're down for either.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Omaha's still in the running because of the company that he's with now.
Oh shit, I didn't see how long it's been.
Oh. Has it been 2 hours and 20 minutes?
No, it's an hour and a half.
Oh.
That's right. I don't know why it starts at 1.
I know.
It starts at 0-1, and I can't figure out. I've Googled this. Like, why the fuck does it do that?
Yeah, right.
It freaks me out, actually. No, we're good. So wait. So it's just dream job.
Yeah, and the company is based out of Omaha. That would be the only deciding factor that we would go.
What is your dream job? I know you work in cybersecurity tech now. You used to work in, I mean, you've always in tech, but like, Do you enjoy tech, or do you, what is it?
Well, more of like the service. No, I mean, the thing about tech is like when I was in implementation for community brands where we met.
Yeah. What does that mean for people who don't know what implementation means?
That's like if you purchase a product that is like a service product, like software as a service, you typically need somebody to help you kind of implement that into your everyday. So like, if it's a point of sale system, if it's a platform that, helps manage membership dues and stuff like that. So when I was in implementation, I got a lot of exposure to like the technical side of things, right? Yeah. Like the actual workings of the watch, not just how it looks, And That's when cool. I went to partnerships, I got how the watch looks, not how it works. And I prefer how the watch works instead of how it looks, So that's what I realized about tech, and like the fact that I could help somebody go from knowing nothing to being an expert on a platform. But dream job would be something with Nike or Adidas, like the running
Why though? Like all running.
Yes.
So I was gonna ask you about that. So for people who don't know, one thing I thought was amazing about her, it was that she's like, what I love doing is like,
he's like
picking corn.
Boozing? Yeah.
Nope, boozing. Nope. What? Yeah. I love running Disney marathons, yes. Particularly Disney marathons. Now, for people who don't understand, like apparently it's like a theme, right? No,
it is a culture.
Is. Okay,
it is a culture.
But aren't every race a theme?
Yeah. Yes.
So, for example,
like there's a princess weekend, but every race is a different princess.
Wait. So, like the Cinderella race, the Princess Jasmine race.
That was the marathon or the half marathon. Yeah. So, like Princess Weekend, we'll do last year, or was it this year? Was it this year?
Dude, this year, like, what year is it? What month? I don't know what day it is.
Every day is the same in quarantine.
Yeah, it is.
I think it was this year because it was my last Disney race.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, but like the 5K was Moana.
That's a great movie. That's the one with The Rock, right?
Good.
The Hawaiian
one.
That's a good one.
Yes, it's so good. And then the 10K was Pocahontas, and then the half was Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella. Doesn't really matter because you just dress up like the princesses awesome. And you run. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Disney, just going back to Moana was great, but what was that one? The
Tangled.
The Mexican movie that they did.
Oh my gosh, Coco.
Oh my god, dude, that movie made me like tear-eyed in the fucking theater. I was like,
it's amazing.
I was just like, God damn it. First of all, it's like Mexican culture, which like I grew up with a lot of that stuff, and the second, it's like dead people, like relatives. Like, oh my.
Do you guys do that?
Yeah, we did that growing up.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, so like I'm Mexican, Puerto Rican, and also like a big chunk Native American.
Do you know how to make mofongo?
Yeah. Actually, we're going to go have mofongo after this at a Puerto Rican restaurant on Clearwater Beach.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Indian Rocks Beach.
You have to tell me where to find good mofongo.
So this, it's our first time going to this restaurant. Okay. I can't remember what the fucking name is. Because I should give my shout out.
Those are the best then.
Yeah, but it's literally like, right on Indian Rocks Beach.
Okay.
It's like my Puerto Rican friend who lives in Tampa, who actually we did a podcast. We did a podcast with him, but he was like, yo, bro, that was too personal. So it's the lost episode. It's true episode number 3, but we lost it. But no, he's Puerto Rican's like, bro, that is legit.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
please text me the name.
Yeah, dude. So for people who don't know, because we've talked about restaurants on this podcast before, and we're gonna get back to Disney races in a second. But honestly, I feel like I'm gonna get sued if we talk about Disney. So because I'm gonna tag those motherfuckers and they'll be like, I'm suing them.
How much we love it.
But no, the thing about St. Petersburg, we talk about food here. St. Pete has amazing
food.
I talked with a guy, one of my friends, Zach, who's a sales guy here. We talked about the food around this area, which for people who don't know, like Pinellas County, which is literally across the bay from Tampa, is its whole entity in its own. You cross the bridge from Tampa, 275, or like Courtney Campbell to Gandy, you cross the bay for like, 15-minute drive, going 75. You realize like, okay, it's beachy here. Right? Like it's just more open, bigger plots of land.
Yes.
But if you go north to Clearwater, it's a little bit more, I'm not going to say country older, maybe. You get more towards the beach. It's more,
retired community, maybe.
You go to Clearwater Beach, party zone. You scoot down a little like, what are they, little Outer Bay area. And
Dunedin.
Yeah, like you go to like Bel Air Bluffs. It's like, obviously Derek Jeter lives here.
Yes.
Because these fucking mansions are right on the beach.
Yes. And then,
literally, like, oh my God, they're massive. I mean, massive fucking
on
things.
Sand.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, good luck with that. And then you get to Indian Rocks Beach. And then if you keep going, you get to St. Pete Beach, which is like fucking party zone. It's like, St. Pete is a whole, I don't know if it's party zone, but
it's beach people. Because they're a very specific breed, beach people. And
they're not from here? Or they are
they're from here.
Well, the ones from here are different than the ones who are not from here, but they're all kind of they're all part of the culture.
Yes.
But I mean,
it is a culture. That's a good word for it.
St. Pete has amazing restaurants.
They do
amazing.
It
food.
Does.
Like
that's why you need to go to the pier.
Yeah. So what's at the pier?
So they have the tiki bar at the very top, Views City. But then Teak is like the nice restaurant that's in the middle, and it's all enclosed in. Speaking of cruise ships, it feels like you're on one. You know, when you go to dinner,
the food, it's like a $1,500 for that meal, but damn it, it's all inclusive, like a cruise ship.
Yes.
God damn it.
It's good.
Well, if the food is good, see, but that's the point. Like, I don't mind paying if the food is good.
Right.
That's what you want.
Yes. And, you know, they're doing social distancing right now. So You kind of get like an area to yourself. It's not
Fuck,
so
I don't like people. I keep saying that now.
I love this place.
Okay,
then.
so I should probably go down the pier. I should do that.
It's just a cool vibe too because they have like street vendors.
Really?
You can buy like local.
Dude, I'm excited.
Stuff.
Actually,
Please go. It's an experience.
Yeah. I mean, all of the downtown St. Pete's awesome. Like,
yes.
dude, it's literally 20 minutes from here. Like, we're so centrally located.
It's a
no-brainer. I love this whole thing.
But it's downtown too, so you can like hit up all those shops and restaurants.
I don't really need to shop right now. I do want to eat though.
Yes.
I kind of excited. I do wish kind of bars were open, not because I don't want like a party bar, but I love like jazz, a little not scotch. Yeah, maybe some scotch. You know, maybe some cognac.
There's an Irish bar that opened down there too.
See.
Okay. Gotta get there.
Yeah, I gotta get downtown. Maybe that's where I go instead of Mofongo, the beach.
No. Go to Mofongo. Okay. Get the name of the place.
Why do you like that place? Why do you like?
I worked with a Puerto Rican girl who I loved so much. We became pretty close at American Express. I love Spanish culture. I love it.
So is my wife, obviously.
Yes. She's part Spanish now.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you love
I just love the culture. I love the language. I think it's the most beautiful language. I minored in it for a little bit in college. Okay.
Or maybe she's no. But she's really good. Like together we're a great Spanish speaker.
I bet.
Because I don't really know Spanish at all.
That breaks my heart.
Well, growing up, it was like almost because my mom always and my grandma told me these stories of how like growing up in school they would like hit your hands or like you get in trouble for speaking Spanish. Like, man, I'm an American, blah blah blah. So I know enough to get by, particularly if I'm in the area for a long time. I drink a lot. It's good. But
ours roll better, I'm sure.
Do they do? Well, my R's can roll pretty well, but my wife actually knows like the verbiage, like understands like the context. Yeah, exactly. the difference between I don't know.
Usted.
Usted, ustedes, and usted, or whatever. Like it's like I'm sorry, two of those were the same. Yeah. And what's the difference?
Yes.
So like, I'm convinced if she would just like be comfortable and whisper in my ear when we're abroad, I'm like.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's there for her. She knows it. Like, it surprises her.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Okay, so yes, go to the Mofongo. Anyway, I worked with this girl, and obviously, her whole family was still there. Maybe not her whole family, but she still had family in Puerto Rico, and she's so vibrant about the culture and the island and how, like, I just love people who are so proud, you know, like
you do.
Proud,
I'm not gonna lie,
culturally proud.
When you're like, I'm from Nebraska, I'm like, that's awesome. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
And I love it. You know,
I love meeting people like because like being it's an experience to talk to you. It's a culture that you
a culture,
and you're like. Also, you have the foresight, like, I'm going to go do something else. Yeah. But I'm still going to be me. That's kind of fucking beautiful. It's amazing, actually. Yes. It really is.
So there was this food truck that would, like, park around the corner of our office that sold mofongo. And, of course, you trust a Puerto Rican when they say it's good mofongo.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we went, oh, my God, it's just so garlicky and salty.
Yeah.
So
did you get, like, shrimp in it? What'd you get in it? Like?
No, honey. I don't ruin it with the extras.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes they do the chicken broth on the top, I think. But, no, we don't ruin it.
I'll make tostones here every now and then because it's so good. Yeah.
Tostones.
With a little bit of ketchup and Tabasco sauce.
Ketchup? What is this? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
You mix it together?
Ketchup and Tabasco.
Oh, okay.
So when I go to Puerto Rico, we'll go to like this area just outside San Juan. So like Isla Verde, then it's like Carolina.
Yeah.
And then it's like little huts. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, because my girlfriend who got me at Community
Everybody goes there, dude.
She lived there in Puerto Rico for a couple years. We went to what's the forest? El Yunque. Yeah. We went there a couple times.
Wasn't that beautiful? Did you go to the waterfall, little ring?
Yeah.
You jump a little. Yeah.
We couldn't even get we went the first day. And you couldn't, they stopped us at a road because that one huge waterfall was, over the road.
Fucking rainforest. You're rainforest.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then you go down to the beach in the city. Mm-hmm. It was unbelievable.
Did you go to San Juan? Did you do all that stuff too? Yeah.
Yep, because they lived, I can't remember the community that they lived in, but they lived outside.
You probably can say it anyway.
Okay, yeah. But we stopped at a roadside
their little huts.
Store or whatever it was,
yeah. You get a little pincho and, I think the meat on the stick. Empanadas.
They call them. I thought they called them empanadillas.
There.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and the mofongo and honey. We got the tostones. We got the
garlic. Isn't a garlic a garlic dipping butter they give you with the tostones. Dude, Puerto Rico's amazing. Maduros, I love Puerto Rico. I used to live there as a kid. I don't remember.
I love their food. We went to this nice restaurant.
I just love their food. Okay.
She had a nice place.
It's really humid there, and honestly, like, the flight's kind of a bitch, but the food. Florida, though? Oh, it's the same. I think that's what I've learned about Florida is like, it's literally like tropical. It's like Puerto Rico. Yeah. It's identical. Like the weather's the same. Like it's fucking humid sometimes. It's fucking humid.
No, it was.
But it's also awesome. My skin looks great.
Okay. This nicer restaurant we went to, because we tried to fancy it up a night, and go to this nicer restaurant on the beach. I was not impressed with the food. And then
you can't. Especially when you go to little shitholes. Yeah, dude. Like the real spots. Like, I think I went to the Hotel San Juan, like there to eat, and then went to like the casino on the beach. And I was like, this is shit. Mm-hmm. I want your French fries. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. These aren't real French fries. I want those French fries that they did those things. Right. And actually, one of the tostones is what I mean. Yeah, I mean, it's like, no, I get that. Oh, dude, yeah. We went, my grandfather once made us drive, because he lives there. He made us drive. Still? Yeah, still lives there. He will never leave. He was like, I'd rather die.
You guys go?
Yeah, we go, like, probably go like every year or so.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah, dude, from here it's super cheap. Yeah,
it's like $70 or something.
Yeah, cheap. Yeah, and like for people who don't know, it's still America. So like it's so different. I fucking love it, dude. Yes. Old San Juan. There's actually one of the top rated bars in the world is in Old San Juan. It's like number 7 on the world list. We went. I can't remember the fucking name. And it literally, dude, it's like an old Spanish villa. But like, there's back rooms where you salsa.
Yeah,
like, there's a private. I
think she took us there. Is it like 5 different? Like you have to go through these like catacombs.
And tiny, and it's tiny. And like the main spot is like open with the like almost like garage doors that are open, but they're not garage. Yeah, I don't know what the fucking like wooden doors or whatever. The fuck
yes. And dude, there's like no AC.
No, oh dude, look.
We went like salsa
for the video, people. I'm oily as a motherfucker. All right, that's first of all, that's genetics, but also that's the humidity.
Yes,
I mean, like, so when I was there, I met my wife, who's obviously again, looks more like you, albeit brunette. She's like, "Oh, what is it?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get my grease on your fucking shirt or your drink. Sweating. My bad." Like I went like this with the drink, and I was like, "Oh, my bad, your glasses." Yeah,
It's such an experience. Dude, so we went one night and did that. I think we went to that bar.
I can't remember the name. It's awesome.
It does open.
It's just the vibe. Little bigger room. The place is so old and
it is so crazy.
Wait, did you have to duck down the doors?
Yes. It's like the first room you walk in is like this bar, and you don't know what's behind like all these rooms.
And there's like another bar behind you that's like, okay, this is kind of creepy. And then there's like another little like.
Yeah,
you like dip in.
Yes,
like, dude, you must have had, because I had to like dip my head. My wife is 5'3". You're like 6'7". You're like, yo,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Like the wacky, wavy, incredible flailing arms.
So do you tend to find yourself hanging out with taller women?
No.
Okay, I didn't know.
Everyone's so short. I was like, what is it in the water?
Well, there was a friend we worked with at Community Brands. I forgot her name. She was super tall. Wasn't she tall?
Not super tall.
Oh, it was a fallacy.
She just wore good heels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're naturally tall. Okay.
Yes. Because when she gets barefoot, she's like, I'm like, when did you become
like,
so
what
short?
The hell?
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's tough to find tall women.
Is that a good thing? Like, do you like being tall?
I never did. No. I mean, now it's like helpful with weight distribution, but
I mean, gravity might be a bitch, but I'll tell you what, I'm lean. You're just taller up, dude.
Yes, I know.
Dude, you're taller than me. I'm 5'9". I didn't realize that. Holy shit. How tall is Tom?
He's like your height,
dude. Shout out Tom, dude. Okay. You're not dating Tom. It's not you and Tom. It's you, Tom, and Darius. Like Darius and Tom together is like fucking 6'8", 6'9", probably.
He's burly.
Like 285. Yeah. Lean as fuck. I mean, Tom's lean as fuck anyway. All right. Well, so look, I know you got a little one coming up. Yeah. We're doing this fucking hour and 42 minutes.
I could do it for another hour. I get it. You know,
it's fun, right?
Yes, it is.
I think I read something today too. It said like the art of communication has almost been lost in the internet age.
It really has.
I think it's kind of sad.
It is.
Right?
And
like,
who knew it was like, I mean, since I've met you though, you've been like super easy to talk to, super easy to have a conversation with.
I think I have a talent to them in that.
I think you do too.
But also I think what I've noticed is that even when I wanted to talk to you, like we can't, because I see you at work, we're fucking busy, or I see you at softball, and while softball's fun, I want to hang out. Hey, we're playing softball, and B, when someone's like, man, I'm fucking tired, right? I want to go home, have a drink, like do whatever I do.
Yes.
So it's like we're always fucking running around.
There's always something going on, you know?
Right? I mean, when's the last time you're like, I'm gonna go and sit and talk to someone for fucking an hour and a half, almost 2 hours?
Never.
I won't talk to my mom for almost.
No. Okay.
And I love her.
How's those things going? I mean, even when you're like out to dinner, you know, It's like
how long you guys been dating now?
Tom and I.
Yeah, I've been together. Whatever it is.
Probably like a little over a year. A little over a year, yeah.
And so like, what's interesting?
But when you know, you know.
No,
like
dude,
when you
I'm
met,
not judging that at all. Yeah, I knew him, and like the moment we met at Texas A&M, like at a racquetball class.
Yes,
it's hilarious.
Yes.
And she's a pretty like. Not shy. She's super confident, but she's not
reserved.
Very like
she chooses her relationship.
She knows when to like take those leaps and when not to.
Yes.
Very critical in her thoughts in terms of like, let me make sure this is the right thing.
Yes.
Which me, I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Why? I don't know. Why not? Because I don't want to fucking wait here. That's why. I'm fucking hungry. Let's go. It's like that's Tom. Me. So Tom. So no, we met there, but I remember like getting the teacher had said something, and I looked up, and she was just like kind of staring at me. I'm like. Oh, and she's like, "Hey, we need partners." I'm like, "Oh, well, hello there, blue eyes." It was like, So no, it was, And when you knew, you knew. Yeah.
Is it her eye color like a big attraction for you?
So I've always been attracted to like fair skinned women.
Okay.
Like I'm so dark. I don't know. It's because I'm like, I kind of figured honestly, like, okay, I hate the heat. I hate the sun. If I marry someone who's the opposite, they'll fucking be like, I can't be out there. Not realizing this woman loves the beach. She loves the sun. She wanted to pull. I'm like, God.
Does she still have family in Ohio?
Yeah. So all of her family, her parents are actually near here.
Okay.
They're in Seminole. But no, so her parents are here, but otherwise everyone's back in either Dayton or Cincinnati.
Do you guys go?
I love Ohio. I lived in Cleveland for like almost 3 years. I thought it was awesome.
Right, yeah. Do you go for holidays or anything?
No, not so much.
Do her
I don't know why. Host? Yeah, they host us. Her parents are kind of like, I'm not saying like most Americans, but like at least I know my parents. There's almost like a shift between like if you move away, when you move away, you kind of like even by accident you just kind of cut off.
Yep.
It's just different, Like
it's true.
I know people who like moved from St. Louis in high school, and their family like. They say they live in like Dallas or Austin or Houston. That's it. Like they don't go back to St. Louis or Chicago, or like they don't go back there as often. Maybe they do like every few years, but like the units kind of shifted towards different areas. You know what I mean?
And the responsibility of who hosts or who does what, 100%.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to fucking hang out with. Again, those cousins that like when I learned in 7th grade, I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo.
Kind of weird, yeah.
You're a weirdo.
Oh, that's unfortunate because like as my cousins grew up, we all kind of. We're now adults and we grew closer.
Well, not all. I mean,
they're not all.
There's, it's just different, But you sound like Nebraska was awesome, honestly. Yeah. It does. San Antonio, it's a big city, a lot of different people. Yes. It's just weird.
Such a different way of life.
I feel like you can't get away. It's hard to be, I'm not going to say unique in a smaller town, but it's hard, like, for example, for me, if my cousins all were in a small town with 364 people, the odds of us all having different experiences and being different people, right. I'm not going to say are less, but a little bit, right? Because if you live 30 minutes away in a city of almost 3 million people, like your experience is completely different.
Is that how many is in San Antonio?
Yeah. And San Antonio, Austin is like, I think it's probably around 6 million people now.
Are they that close?
Dude, so when I was a kid, like my dad used to go like see Metallica concerts in Austin. And he would get there, he's in 25, 30 minutes, going like 90 miles an hour down Highway 35. In his black Camaro with his buddy Thomas.
Yes.
I think he said they were like drinking like Miller MGD.
Absolutely, they were.
Just rocking the black
Pabst, yep, absolutely.
And now.
In his T-top.
Yeah, for sure. It was black. It was awesome. He had little speakers that lit up in the back.
Did he have the gold painted on the hood?
No. It was all black. Oh, okay. It was one of the rare Camaros. It was all black. Z28, like a fucking 1980.
He doesn't have any more, does he?
Oh, man. My mom had a gold one. I think they were like the cheap, shitty cars at the time, but they're like Z28s.
Yeah.
So anyway, the idiots. Anyway, now it's playing. But he would get like in 25, 30 minutes, you say, like hauling ass. You can't haul ass now because the traffic is so intense. Right. It's like an hour, 45 minutes. Austin's a great city. It just grew too fast for the infrastructure to catch up. I think it's hoping San Antonio is so spread out like the rest of Texas. Austin's not because of the hill country.
Oh, right.
It's just it's all like you got to go around. You can't go up. It's just different. But no, I mean the whole area it's growing crazy.
I've never been to San Antonio, but I've been to Austin.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's okay. Going depending on what time of day you can get there in 45 minutes to an hour. But
that's still really good.
It doesn't end. Like once you leave Austin, it doesn't ever end.
Right. Oh, right. You're like not ever out of the city.
Austin, San Marcos. Then you start hitting like fucking, I don't know, like Cibolo. Then you're in like Schertz. Then you're in New Braunfels, and then you're in San Antonio.
Oh wow.
Like we're talking like New Braunfels probably has, I don't know, 350,000 people in the city.
That's still huge.
Yeah, San Marcos. I don't know if I said San Marcos. That's like Texas State University's there. It's a major, like, yeah.
That's major.
Yeah, so it's like that area of 35 it's fucking crazy.
Populated.
Yeah, it's like this. It's, you know, like Tampa Bay area. Sarah's, what's across the bridge from us?
Yeah,
from St. Pete. Sarasota?
Down,
like once
Bradenton.
Bradenton. No, that's the spot. Once Bradenton. So I'm looking at buying land in Bradenton.
I'd do it.
Because this peninsula, Tampa, is full. This peninsula, Pinellas, is full. What's next?
Yeah,
Bradenton. It's all on the water, all on these beautiful beaches. Yep. The acres over there are super cheap.
Just keep going down and down. I don't even know the island down there or the
Ave Maria. I don't know. I just made it up. I think I said Ave Maria, but whatever. That's Catholic.
Yeah. And
talking about tithing again.
We've come full circle.
I gotta go to church tomorrow before football.
Yes. Online.
I can't say.
I'll log in online.
Are they doing churches online?
Yes. Are there?
Or they did TV online.
Are there some open back up?
I don't know.
I'm not a big.
I'm not a big religious guy. No, I mean, you know,
I'm a CEO.
Look, I went to Catholic school. I feel like I did my time.
Yeah,
you know,
I put in my time.
I feel like I did. So we should probably finish this up.
Yeah.
So the name of the show is called Can I Live? And look, I think you're awesome. I think your style is awesome. I really think your story's cool, and I knew that from the get go. But you know, I'm kind of curious is like what kind of like moment it was for you, and you're like, you know what, fuck this, like. Can I live? I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to do something different. Go a little bit against what the norm is. Like, what was it for you?
It was, and you know, this is a really good question because a lot of people, because I'm still connected online with a lot of people I went to high school with, and they're like 2 and 3 kids deep, you know, my age, but you know, they've settled, they've established a lifestyle like in our hometowns or around our home. I'm like, what is it? Why am I not satisfied with that lifestyle, with that kind of life? I always wanted more. I always wanted something different. I always wanted something that I could grow into or grow from, you know? And I mean, divorce will do that to you, you know? So, after
you were married before?
I was, yeah. After I got divorced, I was married in Nebraska because that's what you do there, I guess. But
well, yeah, I know a lot of friends who got married to a young in Texas.
Yeah.
It's a cultural thing, right? It's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. It's like the next step, right? I went to college. I did the thing, but, I got divorced and I was like, there's nothing really holding me back. So I think Florida.
So you got divorced and then you moved to Florida.
Yep. I was like, shackles are no longer there, you know? So I just packed up my Chevy Malibu hatchback and drove down to Florida. It was silver. It was such a grocery getter. But honey, the backseat was like so spacious and roomy, which is important for tall people. That's why
do you sit all the way back?
You could, and you could recline too.
So it was that moment when you just, you know, you said something that like always kind of sticks out because I know people like that. Like I left Texas, I loved it. But like I used to say it was like I want something more, which may be the case. You know, I think for a lot of people it is the case. Or you just want to try something different, right? Because I'm not saying you've conquered that, but maybe you're just like, I know how this might play out. Like I've seen it. Like what else is there, right?
Yeah, I know what I came from. I want to have a better future, make something different for my future. So, and luckily I had a really good independent mom who's like, if you want something done, do that shit yourself, you know.
But also, you know, being 5'11",
okay,
you know,
could have been
like who's gonna fuck with you, right? It's like, you're a fucking Viking. You're like,
pretty intimidating.
What did you say?
Yes,
dude, that's awesome though. That's really awesome. Exactly. See, there's the Latin culture coming out.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna grab some phone call. Well, look, Andrea, like, thank you so much. I think it was awesome.
Yeah,
no, that was fun, dude. Good luck on the baby. Congratulations.
When he's out, we'll hit the pool.
That's a boy, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We're making him a junior.
Do you have a name? Oh, Tom J. TJ.
Tommy J.
Tommy J. Yeah. That's awesome.
So we'll hit the pool.
Dude, that's fuck yeah, dude, for sure. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
It was awesome.
Good luck. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye.